Good afternoon. Maybe it will. Maybe that's the start of PvP. Who knows? But welcome though, Zeman, Starburger Lord. Welcome, guys. Good day to you. I have Windows. What's wrong with your Windows? Man, the Star System website keeps fucking up, dude. Like, what the hell? It's got like huge amount of memory leaks in it. Hey Benji, good morning, dude. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Michael the Dark Lawrence, and welcome to another episode of The Darkness here on Twitch. It's Tuesday chat, the 18th of April 23. It is absolutely scorching outside. Kind of wish I was outside because it's very hot right now. I bet Nick's is really cool though, being like full white floof and all that jazz. But welcome in, guys. Hope you're all doing well. We PTU patch. I need to quickly download. No, cancel that. There we go. Sorted out there. But yeah, good day to you, Benji, Zeman, Starburg Alert. Welcome in, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Hey, Aleg. How you doing, Chief? Welcome. There we go. Sorry that. Been enjoying my 2-liter water bottle today as well, especially with the heat. It is super scorchio. So we can. Dun, dun. Get that downloaded. Nice. Yeah, welcome in, guys. We got a new video out. If you guys were here yesterday, I had a little scrap with Ollie43. If you do exclamation mark new, you can check it out. It's just a wee 2-minute video. I was trying to figure out how I could make it into just a short, but I kind of needed like the whole story, just meme stuff right now. I need to get into making longer videos, but my upload is dreadful, so the small ones are really required. What's the patch on 3.18? So look here. Patch notes. US servers only? God, it's a difficult time right now. So they only have US servers for 3.18.2, which means nobody's on it. That's why they're bringing down the EU stuff. Bug fixes, just a load of shit. All the known issues, like, yeah. I genuinely believe there's nobody working in Star Citizen anymore. The known list just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and the bug fixes are just dreadful. Crazy stuff. No mention about invisible players fixed, invisible asteroids, man. Just absolutely fucking dead, boys. In my 5 server, all super lag. Some known of CIG confirmed will be a wipe in free 2. Yeah, it's confirmed it's going to be a wipe in free 18-2. Yeah, it's 100% confirmed. There's a rumor going around saying it's not, but it's already been confirmed that it was a lie. Crazy stuff. Crazy. Oh, that's that installed. Alright, let's double check on these settings today, because obviously yesterday had a little bit of a fuckery with controls. Dear, 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 dear. Lay me down. Thanks for all the love and the retweet, guys. Appreciate it, as always. Super helpful. Alright, we're rocking and rolling. So look then. Oh shit. No, that's not where I want. Actually, you know what? This would probably actually make more sense. Just quickly test this stuff out. Alright, that's working. That's good. Good. Pedals. Yes. Nice, nice. Okay, cool. Looks like everything kept from yesterday. Because for some strange reason, Windows decided to change codes on the joysticks. As it does. So what are we dealing with here? Well, this is a fucking 12-tick server. I will take that over anything. I've been using pedals for like over a year, you absolute muppet. You doing more doors. I aim with my feet, dude. My yaw is on my feet. But yeah, I've been flying for over a year with pedals, dude. I'm never tired. How you doing today, anyway? Welcome in, guys. I didn't get the memo. Jeez. See what I mean, chat? Just lurks. Lurks all day. Yeah, basically my right joystick is pitch and roll. Left joystick is forward, backwards, left and right. Pedals is yaw up and down. I watched a few streamers yesterday and today all struggling to find some content. Well, lucky for us, we'll be in the same boat. Yeah, wicked. The good thing about our content is it's organic, right? All the other ones just have to fucking constantly are like, oh, there's no content to do. It's because they can't be bothered to do shit, right? There was this guy, Scarlet, constantly in prison. Yeah, well, Scarlet probably wants to stay in prison. That's kind of like Scarlet's behavior. Scarlet is a little bit of a trollster. Well, well, well.
retrieval system.
A little bit of back-end issues, but nothing major. Let's do a quick claim, boys. Oh, now we can get a wee drinker in. I still think like you should be able to hang your helmet on like a belt clip or something like that, so you don't have to do it this way. So stupid. Yeah, Scarlet knows the game pretty well. Scarlet's pretty OG. Trolley, kind of like what's his name as well? Fuck, can't remember his name. Used to stream. Was quite toxic and then sort of changed the ways, kind of thing. Trying to remember his name. Mojo, that's it. Thank you. Yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. I'm kind of hoping that we'll get free 18 this weekend, though. Free 18 2, I should say. Cutler yesterday, 2 hours trying to push a box into Clasher hole. Nice. What, from the outside in or the inside out? I really wish you could tractor beam people without having to knock them down. Like if they're in your party, mirror experiment, alright. How did that go? Did he manage to get them in? God, this song's dreadful. Actually, let's change up the album, because it's still running from Daily Mix. I'll do this one.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval.
See, for me, I would love to do the merit sort of farm kind of situation, just I really like the extraction of going into prison now. The idea of somebody coming in, dropping off vehicles, or taking out the defenses and then scooping you up. I just really like that interaction. So, if I can, I'm never going to clear my crime stat in this game. Which is sick, actually. Fuck, I should have really checked on how much it is. Because in 318.1, my goal is 100 million in fines. I think we got up to like 30 million in 318. And I've not really pushed anything in 318.1 because we're getting wiped again, so it's just like bleh. But then I'm trying to work out if I should wait till 319 because they'll most likely reset us, right? And when I say reset, it's basically they reset your location, you reset your crime stat off it, so it's a bit annoying when they do that, right? I just hate that shit. This is in AC mode. Okay. Sausages. Docking permission. I watched that Mojo ones. Like really once, and I couldn't anymore. 9 hours of ranting girls. Yeah, but he's no longer the same person. I think he was just going through some stuff in real life. Because he's a pretty cool dude, actually. I think at the time when he was streaming, maybe just had stuff going on in real life, stress, Because he seems pretty chill now. Again, you never know what's happening behind somebody's day, right? Somebody might be ranting and cursing and all these things, and they might just be having a really, really bad day, you know? We all get it. I get days where I hang upside down from a tree whilst wearing a Batman outfit just to escape reality. He once even cursed me on Scarlet Chat for nothing. Again. The best thing to do is, like, if you can't deal with people, just block, right? A lot of people ban Heavy Bob and block him, which I understand. Me, I just let him loose. Fuck it. You know? Oh, let's live it up. Sometimes the best thing to do in life is just ignore people. But a lot of people can't do that. They're like, oh my god, this person massively affects my life, even though they're not in the same room as me. And stuff like that, you know? Am I going the right way? No, I'm not. Where are you, bro? Bro! There you are. Ooh. It's cool how, like, a fucking Kruger Merlin is detectable the moment, like, it's unattached from the Connie. Man, I really can't wait for the Arena Commander with hard atmosphere and master modes. My content level just goes through the fucking roof when that happens. When the game is dull, we'll be able to actually do stuff. You called me some AC idiot the other day there? I call people AC sweats, right? The no-lifers! But it's funny, like, actually, people that play AC barely even play. They spend like a few months sweating it out, and then it just becomes muscle memory, right? Friendly target. Oh man. What I would do for a high DPS burst in this game. Like 10 rounds. So we got like 30 rounds. I wish they were like 10 rounds, double damage, right? Which would be just so fucking sick. So you just basically get on Pip, but like make it 500 meters. So you gotta get super close, and it would just be like, you get into the slot and you just go, and that's it. Fucking shield's gone. Armor halfway. Fucking dead, right? I hate this. Reload. Fucking so shit. And apparently they're wanting to put up to like 80 rounds, so it's gonna be just fucking reload. Fucking garbage game, like. Look at it. Is that a new ringtone? I got copyright on it, Panfra. You're not allowed to take it without my consent. It is what it is. It is what it is. I think Wanted Tiger gets more banned than anyone right now for his content backseating. Oh well. I don't give a shit, like, not many people backseat me because you can't backseat me. Because I just don't give a fuck. You can type whatever you want. I never understood when fucking content creators get upset about people backseating. I really don't, right? You just don't read it out, right? You see that somebody's trying to fucking tell you how to play the game and you just go next on the next line. But some people literally go, why are you backseating me? Why? Why? I'm gonna ban you now. It's like, fuck off, alright? If somebody wants to help and give you a hint and stuff like that, that's fair enough, right? The only time I'm ever against things is like if you're doing a spoiler and I'm playing like a single player game and you have actually told me what's coming up. Again, even then I don't really give a shit because here's a factor. If you didn't care about people backseating and spoilers, just turn your chat off and ignore the cunts for 2 or 3 hours. Easy. It's so easy. But everyone fucking cries on their channel. Stop backseating me. I don't need help. Well, obviously you fucking do. Because you're an imbecile fucking playing a video game with your floppy fucking bingo hands and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So somebody in chat has obviously gone, well, this fucking muppet needs as much help as possible. That's why they're in the fucking category. I'm gonna try and help them out. And all they're doing is trying to be fucking nice to you. And people just go, oh my god, don't backseat me. It's like, well, just fucking turn your chat off then. Who fucking cares, man? If you're that fucking soft, don't be a content creator playing a video game that might require you to actually think. Watching you shoot people down whilst I'm running at the gym is the highlight of my day. Alright, Pun Angel. Nice, nice, nice. Getting that cardio in. Attrition used to burst DPS? Yeah, I know, but CIG were like, let's default everything. Blah, 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 blah. Could you give me advice about the ESP zone size and ESP dampening curve? I could, but the best thing to do is just leave it as default that CIG give you, work up some muscle memory, and then figure it out for yourself, right? Because everyone's ESP is completely different. And what somebody recommends to you doesn't work. So the simplest thing to do is if you're actually wanting to change it, is make this circle, the degree circle, at fucking 20 and put this at 1. Then lower the circle down. For me, I like a really small circle because I can actually fly. And I don't want any dampening whatsoever because, again, I can actually fly. And I would just like it where I manually build up that muscle memory. And that's all you do. Put it to the maximum circle, put it to the lowest power of thing, and then start to do that way if you need to. That's it. That's super easy. Wanted backseat Burks? Yeah, Burks gets pretty upset when people backseat. And I don't understand why he just doesn't fucking bother not reading it out. Just, who fucking cares? If somebody fucking tells you what to do, just don't read it. And there you go. It's almost like they're not backseating, right? It's so easy. I don't understand when people get upset to that shit. Are ballistics just pointless right now? Yeah, they're 100% pointless. They're so stupid. I am Mordor's, but I've gone to where I just put dampening at 1, where it pretty much is like it turned off to a certain degree. Because again, until they bring in a feature where I don't have to fucking do this every time I get into the ship. You know what I mean? I've still got, see how I've got it there? It's just fucking trying to remember it, and it's just, Again, I just can't be fucked, man. It's so stupid that they gave us the option to do it, but then you can't default it, you know. Again, personally, I think what they should do is just remove ESP, and when you pull the trigger, that's where the hidden ESP kicks in. And just make it a standard system. That would be really cool. Yeah, just practice with ESP. Again, ESP, buttons, peripherals, saturations, all these things. I never give people my stuff. I give you my axes, but generally, I don't give you anything more than my Toby settings. And the reason for that is, everyone is completely different. So if you don't actually know what you're doing, the best thing to do is just use default. Use maximum 1-to-1 saturation, put a little dead zone, don't bother with curves, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're just fucking yourself up anyway, you know? If you've got no experience in flight, no experience in combat, you need to use default until you work out yourself. Because if somebody tells you what to do, and it's completely inaccurate for somebody like, you know, what you're looking for, you're going to fuck yourself royally. And then people will say, well, you need to spend like 2-3 weeks at it. Yes, you do. But first you have to have an understanding of what you're doing before you can go into it, right? So I've recently changed all my saturations, but the difference is I know what saturation does. Instead of it being a 1-to-1 physical input, I have 25% of virtual input. So I only have to move, basically for me now, I only have to move 75% of the stick to get 25% extra to make it 100. Everyone is different. But I'll spend weeks and weeks and weeks with the same setting. A lot of people, I remember watching Noodle one day spend all day changing ESP settings. It's the worst thing to fucking do in this game. The best thing to do is just literally go to the maximum circle and the lowest thing and start working it back that way over time. But when you're constantly switching around things, your muscle memory goes out the window. It's the same with mouse and keyboard. The moment you start fucking around with settings, you're in a bad spot. Hey, Die Boy XXL. Ooh. I'm just getting back into SE and I can't recall the handful settings that I must change small stuff. I used to have a website with a small list a few years ago. How long have you since you've been played? Because generally all these websites give you really, really bad information. If you're talking about graphical stuff, or you're talking about like controls and shit like that. Ooh, 2.5 years? Yeah, I would just sort of play the game and see how it goes, because it's changed a lot in 2.5 years. Like, I would always suggest, when people start doing the user.cfg file to make the graphics better, you don't need that shit anymore in the game. It automatically does it for you. The best thing to do is just, there's only one setting, or one major thing. Make sure you've got an SSD, it's installed on an SSD, make sure you've got 32GB of RAM, and then take it from there. Always make sure that you put fucking clouds to off or medium, never any higher. And that will make a huge difference. Everything else on high, very high. Because they don't have a low setting in this game. Someone helped me with the ESP settings. They told me not to change or adjust for a month. That extra time testing made things a lot clearer for me rather than... Yeah, exactly. It's why, like, for me, I'm 5-on-1 Mordors. You know what I mean? Like, ever since 318 came out, 5-on-1. Is it the best? It's the best for me. Everything else, because I've been recently playing or trying out 20 and 1.25, and I'm like, this is fucking just scuffed. You've got such a big circle, and then you've got to then cross the circle with that dampening field. It's so off. But everyone's different, you know? So I like a really small circle and just no dampening whatsoever. I would rather train these than some shitty ass software. And that's the best advice. Just stop fucking around with the game. The best thing to actually do is take the default setting and just, instead of 1.10, make it to 1 and just leave it as circle 8. Go lie down, pup. You've had a good day. Go lie down. Don't come and pester. But a lot of people fuck around with everything so hard. Yeah, there is a lot of less 30Ks in the game. FPS should be a lot better as well. The major thing is just turn clouds off or to medium. Medium and off are pretty much the same setting. It's up to you if you want to see the clouds or not, right? Oof, look at this shit. NPCs. Yeah, exactly. ESP is really bad in Star Citizen. Really, really bad. Again, it's a lot of the time, the stuff that CIG adds, it's not making it better for people, it's making it worse for everyone. Fixed assist, gimbal assist. Like, instead of actually just getting people to learn how to fly and aim, stop making fucking tutorial, like, strategies on how to play it. Simply, if somebody can't play this game, tell them to fuck off. Simple as that. Either learn how to play the game, or fuck off. Stop making tools that literally make it where they don't even understand what the hell is going on because of it. They're like, oh my god, my aiming is so good. Yeah, well, you're probably being pulled around by ESP, which is an auto-aim. So you're not actually good. Sorry. So I encountered a weird ship glitch, which is new to me. At least, alluded a bit of delivery. Scuffed the crap in my ship, got back, and my ship infantry was the hot dog and soda when I left. Yeah, there's a lot of weird bugs. DCS, you talking about Mordors? Yeah, well. Again, CIG should take away all the training wheels of this game. Take away fixed assist, take away couple, take away ESP, take away gimbal assist, turret assist. Just make it more logical. Make it where there's two types of Panther. One that has like 50 shots but half the damage, and then make another Panther that has half the shots, double the damage. For somebody that wants to do skilled shots, right? Then for turrets, just make it where they've got double the range, double the speed, and literally 500 rounds per fucking turret. There you go. That solves it. You just spray at that stage. You'll eventually land shots. But CIG are so like, they've got to have the training wheels, and it actually it makes it worse for players. Because when they come into the game and like, oh, I'm flying couple, and then they fight somebody that's decoupled, they get absolutely fucking wrecked. Like, how is this guy flying like this? Yeah, because you're flying with the fucking computer turned on, and everyone else is flying with the computer turned off. So you literally have a huge advantage of your movement and stuff like that. Just make it where there's no advantage or disadvantage. Just make it where people have to learn. That's it. Simple as that. Because generally when you see low flyers starting as well, they're all in couple. It's like, just learn decouple. Oh, but I crashed. Then raise your fucking height up. Like, seriously, it's not hard to fucking play this game. And this is coming from somebody that's not a diehard sweat, you know? It's just having logical understanding, that's it. Stop relying on the game to fucking play it for you. Might be super quiet today, boys. But then you gotta look at DCS is a completely different game, Mordors. It's an actual simulator. Star Citizen is like a fucking arcade simulator hybrid meme where we don't even really know where it is actually at this stage. Is it a simulator or is it an arcade game? CIG are kind of like going for the hybrid version, and I just don't think a hybrid works. Either make it arcadey or don't, right? Make it like a simulator, but then a lot of people will leave the game if they made it like a simulator. I fly shit cans in real life. Even full movement sims are not 100%. Yeah, exactly. It's very difficult to do virtual movement in simulator, or sorry, make a simulator as accurate as possible because, yeah, you're doing a virtual world with which is just code, whilst we're in the real world, which does, well, I mean, it could have code, right? It could just be really advanced. It could be the Matrix, ooh. But I just don't think CIG should just make the game fun and logical, but with no training wheels. And give variations of weapons. So again, like I said, if you're bad at aiming, make it where you've got the ability to hold the trigger down for like 50 shots of Panther, but it's half the damage. Then make it where if you're good at aiming, you've got Panther shots, half the ammo, double the damage. So that you can do burst fire. And just shorten the ranges or something like that, you know? It's so simple to do this game. But CIG want to make it so difficult for anyone to understand what the hell they're doing, at the same time making it shit for players like me, because you're having to deal with people who are literally got the training wheels on, where all they have to do is have a mouse, literally aim within a few centimeters of the crosshair and the pip, and they hit, because fixed assist kicks in at that point. It's so dull. All these assists literally make it where the game is boring, because instead of actually learning skill or learning how to play the game, people are just using aimbot style, you know? Even though it's not like a legit aimbot, it's built into the game, like controllers are for Warzone. That's why I never understand when people play with controllers for Warzone and stuff like that. You're literally got an aim assist. You're not actually fucking firing, I hate to tell you. You press a button and the computer does the rest for you, and it gives you that placebo effect that you're actually good, but you're not. Take away the controller, take away that nonsense, or give you a controller but without that assist, and then you'll see exactly where you are at. I guess because it's uncharted flying territory. Yeah. But again, CIG just, for some reason, want to make it very difficult for them to build this game. It doesn't need to be difficult. A lot of things in life can be really, really, really easy and pleasing if you just make it where somebody has to spend more than 30 minutes understanding what they're doing. That's it. And if they don't have 30 minutes to dedicate, thank you for the money, you know? I think you have to have a little arcade and to keep it to their fun. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm saying, if you made this full DCS kind of simulator Mordors, I would play it and I would enjoy it, right? You had it where FPS was like Tarkov, and your flying was like DCS, right? Love it. I would be all over that shit. I would grind hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to play a game like that. The problem is that doesn't sell well in the market these days. That's why most people don't play DCS. Or play Tarkov. It's too difficult to get into these kind of games. My reason I don't play Tarkov is it's just like DCS. I don't have the time to dedicate to simulators. I would if it was all in one, like the Star Citizen package, right? So how do CIG make this game fun? Well, they make it arcadey, but they make it where skill is a major play. Take away all assists, take away ESP, take away coupled, right? Make it where you don't do these stupid fucking Gs. Make it where you actually have to aim. You've got nothing assisting you, so no ESP to assist you, no fixed assist, no gimbal assist. Take away gimbals. Just make it where if you go down a weapon size, you get like double the ammo or something like that. double the ammo, double the damage, or double the damage, same amount of ammo. Blah, 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 blah. Easy fix on that one. Then, like I said, make 2 versions of Panthers. One that has more rounds, less damage. One that has less rounds, higher damage. For a different style of player. And there you go. Then everyone is on the same page, depending if you like joysticks, if you like fucking controllers, if you like keyboard and mouse. There's nothing that actually changes the way you fly. It's only you that makes it fly better. Then do you use joysticks for immersion, or do you use mouse and keyboard just because you don't want anything else on the desk? ESP just is an absolute cancer fest, and it's so stupid that ESP was designed to give stick users a slight help in dealing with mouse and keyboard players earlier on, and then they made it where mouse and keyboard got ESP. It's like, it's enhanced stick precision, not fucking enhanced mouse precision. Again, just, this game goes backwards. It goes backwards every fucking year. Because we had a system that actually worked, and it was fair for mouse and keyboard, joystick, controller. They were all fair, and then CIG just was like, oh no, apparently we need to fucking make it even easier for mouse users, you know? Nah, Dabble releases in June, guys. June the 6th for early access paid, blah 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 blah. Can't wait, actually. I think it's a Tuesday as well, which is really strange. But I agree with a Tuesday launch, personally. Because that means they can dial it in for weekend. Live weekend, you know? Are the settings to turn off computer assist rather easy found or clearly marked? Well, again, it's all here. There's couple. Alright. So, now I can't fall out of the sky because I'm in couple. If I take off couple, I fall out the sky because there's no computer holding me up. This is ESP, so enhanced stick precision. Turn it off, now I don't have the stupid aiming system, and only I get it when I pull the trigger. Because that's how I've got it bound. So you can fully disable your settings. The problem is that CIG have made it where there's no point in disabling it. You actually gimp yourself if you do that. I just don't have the time to play all the games. SE can literally consume most of your playtime. I don't know why people would say that though, Mordors, because here's the factor of it. There's no point spending more than like 3 or 4 hours a day on Star Citizen. There isn't anything to do, you know? Shitting on fucking people that have no idea what they're doing in the game is a bit fucking dull. So the best thing to do is stream Star Citizen and play another video game in your off time. Because we've got like 2 or 3 years before this game will ever be in any state to actually binge it. Or play weekend or something like that, yeah. This game needs a huge overhaul before it's ever going to be in a state where you can actually do stuff. Should play Second Extinction? Nah, I'm good, dude. I'm good. This thing has ridiculous ability to fucking spin itself with very little movement. And tried to test mechanics whilst dealing with bugs, broken shit, so it costs time. Yeah, again, dude, like, how long are you gonna do that for, right? What happens if you train your arse off in Arena Commander and then Master Modes comes out and it literally kills the vibe of the game for you, right? Because this happens a lot. CIG will do something that literally makes everyone not enjoy the game. And then they've got to fucking band-aid it, blah blah blah, instead of just going, well, tough shit, you know? Like, sweating out in Arena Commander, I just feel is such a pointless thing right now. And the reason for that is, there is no leaderboard or anything, it's just an absolute shitshow mess, right? And it's not difficult to kill literally fucking 95% of the community. Ah, you say that now, dude. You say that now. I always enjoy listening to people who will be like, oh yeah, master modes will be great. And then the moment that they can't backstrafe, or they can't tricord, they'll leave the game. Because we've had this before, by the way. And they just leave. They're like, oh no, I've got to leave the game now, I can't play it. My brain doesn't understand what the fuck is going on. I definitely feel like the Gladius has way more frontal fucking damage than the arrow. Right now. I'm pretty sure the fucking 2 size 1s and the arrow have really bad hit detection. Again, you say that now, dude. You say that now. I only believe when people actually do it, dude, right? Everyone's always naked around here. Quite a few bodies. White suit? What's this? Oh, it's in the ground. Oh, one day. Hopefully we'll get into stop that. That's different. I can master everything. Mordors. I'm a god of flight. Mastering flight is very, very easy for me in any game. Very easy. You say that now? Dude, I've been here 10 years. I've gone through every single flight model and perfected it. See, the difference is I don't do this. I actually have proof. And that stuff does not render in well at all, even at close range. Oh dear. They should have never wiped for a free 18-1. Should have just let people. They should have been like, alright guys, we're wiping for free 18-2 like 2 days beforehand or something like that. CIG are fantastic at making money and also killing their video game at the same time. Base building. Dude, they can barely fucking make flight work. How the fuck are we going to build bases, right? That's a fucking dream and a half, dude. If it's anything like, what's that, begins with S, not the underwater game? Is it Satisfactory or something like that? If they make a building game that's sort of like that, that would be really cool. That would be super, super cool, actually. Or it's destroyed, right? Because obviously in my head, right now, because CIG have never said anything, I take base building will be like Rust, right? Where somebody can just come in and fuck your shit up. They've never said how they plan to protect. Like, if they go the Eve route's pretty cool, how you've got to take out certain structures and start a timer before you can actually blow up structures. Like, you can disable turrets, but you can't touch the main thing until a certain timer is up. That would be cool. Well, I watched the Inside Star season they had on the Pioneer back in like 2018. It sounds like it would be like Rust. I hope so, dude. I really do. Because again, in Rust, like, you don't always destroy somebody's stuff. Like, they're building, you just take the good stuff, right? Let them rebuild it and you farm them, right? Eve is the same way. Most sandbox are like that. I just hope that CIG don't go, oh no, you can only attack them on 12 noon of the 5th day of the 5th year. In game time as well. And you must first challenge each other with white gloves on the moor at the Oakenfold. 10 paces. Like, because obviously when I go on things, it's like, well, with flight assist, fixed assist, all these sort of things, it's like, they might make it where warring other orgs is a requirement of you have to give surrendering papers or something daft like that. Who knows, man? Like, I hope it's a little... I generally hope that CIG leaves base building in certain areas to players to just deal with it, right? If you were to build a base on Daymar, then that's under a rule system, right? But if you were to build it in Pyro, it should be no rules, if you know what I mean. Where it can be attacked at any time. If it's found, obviously. That would be so sick. So again, there's a structure to make it fair for everyone, because it's kind of like, you know, in Arcade. Arcade had it where you could attack people at certain time, and it was during Warzone clocks, right? So you would have people invade, and unless they were flagged, you couldn't do shit about them, right? And then in the Warzone time, you could go in and just gank everyone freely, and they would have to hide in major cities and stuff like that. Unless they were in the open world area. CIG could do something similar like that, where, like, for example, Daymar has a restriction, and then for 1 hour a day, it has the ability where everything can be attacked or something like that. Again, just spitballing an idea. It's how CIG do it, it's how CIG do it, right? I just don't want it where people start building fucking structures and you can't do anything to them, right? Yeah, exactly, yeah, like turrets and stuff. It'll be a cool mechanic if it does come out. I've never had interest in any of the land sort of aspects to Star Citizen, purely because, again, I'm an Ever. So, I know that if you don't have the resources and people to actually protect it around the clock, and this is with timers, you get absolutely fist pounded by more people. And Star Citizen is very much like that. Like, for example, you'll know this more, Doris. You can go yourself versus like 3 or 4 people that have no idea in the game and you can fucking school them. But if you're up against 4 or 5 people that have a semi-decent knowledge of the game, you can't do shit to them. And if you're up against 2 pros, there's nothing in this world you can do without getting absolutely fucked on. So, unfortunately, I look at it that if CIG do harsher rules, imagine you get swarmed by 20 fucking people that are above average, you're never going to be able to protect that base unless you've got the forces to do certain things. So, again, it'll be interesting to see how well AA turrets work and if you can maybe make them focus fire, because that would be a really good system. If you could then control all the guns at once to focus fire on somebody, and that way you could hold it back, right? And they would have to send people in the ground to actually deal with somebody like you. Then that's a different story. But if it's just the AI flopping around, like an outpost turret, for example, which that worries me that that's what it's going to be, then there's nothing you can do against 20 dads, because they would just literally turn up, have like 5 people deal with the defenses, like making that where they can't engage you. They'd storm the front, and yeah, exactly, like it's weird. Now in EVE Online, you had the ability where somebody could go inside a tower and control the turrets to fire on a certain target. It was really, really good. If CIG did something like that, then that would put a bit more sort of favor towards unblobbing. But again, if CIG have it where you can get like 100 people in a group on a server, they'll just fucking blob your shard, you know? Your little farm all by yourself. I'm not saying you, I'm talking about somebody with their little farm all by itself, and you have like 10 or you have like 20, 30 people from RAM turn up, and there's nothing you can do about it. That will kill a lot of the vibe. If you have no way to protect these things. Obviously, if you're like putting it in the harshest amount of space, then that's a different story. That's on you. It'll be very, very interesting, but unfortunately, like everything with Star Citizen, CIG have the biggest, flappiest gums out of all of us, and we never actually see anything that they flap with at all, which is a real shame. Oh, we're bringing out master modes, but guys, wait for like a year to 2 years, because we're building it for Squadron 42 that nobody really gives a shit about. Oh guys, we're building outposts for Pyro, but guess what? You're also probably not going to see Pyro for 2 or 3 years. But I hope you enjoy looking at these fucking videos of ours. This is what we're working on, but you're still not going to really get to touch it. Ah, guys, you want to build your own bases? Here. For fucking, get yourself a Pioneer. Oh, by the way, the Pioneer's not going to be in the game for the next, like, 5 years. You're probably going to be dead by the time it actually comes out, you know? Again, Star Citizen is one of the biggest fucking schemes I've ever seen. I don't say a scam because they will actually deliver, but it is a scheme where you spend a shit ton of fucking money to fund an area that they have no intention of fucking building right now. And that's a big thing, especially with the Galaxies and the Pioneers. Yes, you will get the promise of that, but they don't need to use your money that you spent on that ship for that area. So they can wait another 10 years before they give it to you. If they give it to you. And there's nothing you can do about it, because they can just give you a fucking Pioneer that does nothing, by the way. You don't actually need to get a Pioneer that builds a base, by the way. Long as the ship comes out and it can carry base building things, that's all you'll get fucked with. if CIG so choose it. And there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it because the TOS is so fucking encrypted now. That's the main problem with SE. They will build it, but yeah, exactly. It's fucking bonkers. Everyone's like, oh, I can't wait to get my fucking Galaxy. It's like, yeah, well, I can't wait to watch fucking the next chapter of Squadron 42 be developed because of you spending that Galaxy money. It's not going to be spent on developing the Galaxy. It's the same with prototype cars, right? Prototype cars or next in line cars, you put a deposit down for one of these cars and you will get them. But the manufacturer spends a lot of that money that they got from it to build the car. CIG don't do it that way. They go, oh, instead of that, we're gonna build Squadron 42. Star Citizen is so underdeveloped right now because pretty much 80% to 90% of the staff are not working on Star Citizen anymore. They literally just don't give a shit about it. Getting Squadron 42 out is more important, and it shouldn't be that way. Nobody fucking cares about Squadron 42. It's going to be such a shit show. This thing does have pretty good control. Can't wait to low fly my arrow in a stable patch. One day. Yeah, zero bounty hunters on this server. It's time to swap. What do you mean ships? What, the fucking F8 Lightning? It's, as you know, dude, it's easier just to fucking steal an F8 Lightning than it is to fucking grind reputation. It's not gonna be easy to get an F8 Lightning, I can guarantee you that. CIG will not put it behind a 10k paywall and then make it easy for you to get in game. I'm just telling you that right now, because that defeats any purpose of somebody getting to that level. You'll have to complete Squadron 42, and then you'll probably have to grind 6 to fucking 1 year of reputation for UEE to fucking access it. Because they need a method that forces people to go, you know what? I would rather spend 10k than grind for this. I would put money on that, to be honest. Quantum travel complete. So we're on 340. It's a really good server. It's just not active at all. CIG really need to remove bounty hunting NPC missions. Or make it where PvP is more juicier. Well, that's what it is. You spend 10k, you get a ship that nobody else can buy. There's no way they're making it where you're gonna fucking get it easy from just completing Squadron 42. No way. No way. They're gonna keep that thing behind a 10k paywall. Hello? Oof, can't be bothered. It's not that way, though. You don't get a free ship. No such thing as free.
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation. Landing pad assigned.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, but you've got to remember, Only Gaming, that your 10 grand is like $100 or $1,000 to some other person, right? There are a lot of people in this world that 10k is a fucking sniff worth of money to them. You know? So it's not even a flex, like what you're saying, Mortis. It's not even a flex. There are people where 100 grand is a fucking day's work. So, unfortunately, we just don't have those wages, right?
Landing complete. No business to say.
I wouldn't mind if it was exactly as you described. I think they need to be some sort of carrot for 25% of the player base to stay involved and pay for a second period. Yeah, exactly. I just hate how all the money is moved towards the fucking single player game, mums. It always grinds my gear, that one. Because it just never feels like any of the money is going towards Star Citizen. And that's why it really, really pisses me off. Alright, let's try a different server. It is so Care Bear protective, but then on the other hand, they make it where it's like, oh, but in free 18, free 19, you can steal modules and stuff from people. It's like, yeah, that's great. Who? Who are you gonna steal it from? Everyone's hiding in a fucking Armitage zone. Someone. Super quiet today, guys. Hey Joey, how you doing, dude? Right, we need to swap to what's it called? America. I would like to pirate more. Yeah, same. I mean, there's so much I would love to be doing right now. But if there's going to be a wipe, I just can't be bothered doing it. Which is like bunkers, you know, the derelict stuff, farming for certain things. There is so much in Star Citizen that I would like to do. It's just the moment that they kill the wipe or do the wipes, it kills the vibe, not just from me. I can keep playing the game. The problem is that the vibe of everyone just goes. Instead of like having 5 or 6 people a server coming after me, it's like barely even one these days because there's no point for them to even attempt it. This is where like CIG just should not say they're going to do wipes. They should just fucking wipe and then go, "We're sorry." You know what I mean? And that's it. If you didn't know a wipe was coming and it just happened, you would rant about it for like 24 hours on Spectrum and then you would give up. But when you've got weeks and weeks of notice of a wipe coming, people just go, well, I'm going to go and play. My game is now on Spectrum, moaning about it. And then when it comes, I'll still play it, right? Because that's the mentality of a lot of players on Spectrum, is they will flap their gums about it, but then they'll still play Star Citizen when it comes. But if CIG just went, Fuck, guys. We fucked up. We wiped by mistake. Sorry. We're not giving any compensation. Some people would leave. But most of the people would go, nah. It was just a mistake. We're human, right? Man, stop giving me the same server. I wonder if Cutlet's on a different one. They should be Mordos. I highly agree, dude. I think you should get the lowest format of money from doing NPC bounties. And you get the most from PvP. Because of the work put into it. They should make it where if you're crime 5, you're worth 50k as a minimum. And then it should be based off your taxes or whatever it's called, right? So when you go up to the terminal, it tells you how much you've got to pay to get rid of your crime stat. Right, I'm going to use Cutlet to see if I can bounce server. Yeah, he's on 450. Cool. Thank you, Cutlet. I'll show you the terminal that I'm talking about. And this is how CIG could easily do it. They make it where at crime 5, you're worth 50k to somebody. And depending on your fines, gives a multiplier, right? And I'll show you right here what I'm talking about. I'll show you right now what I'm talking about. I'll show you right now what we're talking about. I'll show you right now what we're talking about. I'll show you right now what we're talking about. I'll show you right now what we're talking about. I'll show you right now what we're talking about. Well, guys, I'm so glad that I'm playing Star Citizen with you today, guys. I hope you're ready for this awesome gameplay loop. When people say there's no content, I disagree with them. I disagree, guys. I disagree with the content. There's so much content. How many doors can you open up in a day? Let's find out. Maybe if we jump this way. Nope. No. We obviously died going that way. Let's go out backwards. Nearly had me. Welcome to Exit the Bed. Jesus Christ, right. Cutlet, I think your server is really fucked. Edge of tomorrow, yeah. Anybody else talking about repeat? I'm stuck in my bed, why is this happening? I think it stopped. Any devs watching? Yeah. Alright, guys. Now I'm gonna finally be able to show you the console that I was talking about. Hey, Vinny, how you doing, dude? So over here, right? So imagine you're crime 5. Then what CIG do is you see here, I'm gonna have 320k. So they could add another like 3k to the bounty or something, right? So I would be worth 50 free if I'm crime 5. And then say for example I'm at 10 million. it would be like an extra 100k or 10k, however you want to do it. Make it where every million becomes like a k, for example. Because it is quite easy to get to like 10 million worth of fines if you're just killing people in bunkers and stuff like that. And this is how CIG can make this turn into a multiplier for bounty hunting. If I have a 10 million fine, I'm then worth 60k because I'm a crime 5 and I've got the bounty brought in on top of it. So if I got to 100 million, then I'm worth 100k to somebody else. So it's 150k to come after me. That is way more enticing than 30 odd k, right? So CIG, all they have to do is take this number here, and then make it a multiplier to how much you're worth as a crime 5. Then you start seeing big plays where people don't go and try and get rid of their crime stat. They want to be as big as possible. And all they need to do is that if they make it where you go to jail, that number's gone. Yeah, but you can't get it yourself, and you can't get, if anybody's on your friends list or in your org, you can't get the money, right? They can make it where it's non-farmable for people that you know. It's very easy to do. Also that Joe, welcome in, dude. Welcome back, returning. So again, very simple ways that you can make it. Let me just quickly mute the game sound, right? Simple parameters that you could set. If somebody's on your friends list, they can't get the money. If somebody is in your organization, they can't get the money. If somebody is added, or you know what I mean, like you've interacted in a party, they can't get the money. And this is very easy to do because then it's very difficult to get on the same server as somebody, right? So again, anyone on your friends list, voids it. And make it where if you unfriend them, so say for example, you're on the server, they're friends with you, they jump on your server and they unfriend you, make it 7 days. Make it 7 days before you can actually get the money. Or make it a month to stop it, right? How long is somebody going to keep their friend off their character for a month? You know what I mean? Where you can't join on them. Or do anything with them. Anytime you interact with the character, you literally reset the timer. It's not difficult to implement these things. And this would stop the free farming completely. Where it would make it very, very organic. Which would be really cool. Yeah, fine -10, CS. Yeah, exactly. They can easily make multipliers and safety parameters around it. I remember seeing a guy once with a CIG tag in his game. Must be rare. Oh no, you see CIG quite a bit, dude. They get a bit up a date about things. Databases that database with each other, Whitehall Craft. Well, again, it's not difficult for CIG to do this stuff. I've seen it in many other games. Because the data's already there, Mordors, right? So you just get a multiplier around it where if somebody's at 1 million, it's an extra 1,000 on something. I literally racked up 5 million in one day just blapping NPCs. I mean, they can even make it more crazier. Make it where 1 million works out at 10k, right? So if I have 10 million worth of damages, that's a lot of money towards somebody. That means I get a lot of pressure. And again, when you go to jail, you lose it. Even if you escape jail, you lose that fine. And you've got to start again. And again, just make it where anyone is on your friends list, anyone that you party with, anyone that's on your org list, any org that you're in, and you've interacted within that person within 30 days, you can't get it. And there you go. There you go. That's how you make PvP bounty hunting a lot of fun. Because you put the pressure on criminals to try and avoid getting caught. And you can do another way. Make it where if somebody Alt F4s when they're getting shot at, they lose their fines. Right? They lose that big bounty on their head. There's many, many ways to make it. Hey Dobrin, how you doing, Chief? Super simple system that CIG can do. And that would literally make PvP bounty hunting a lot more fun for anyone in this game. Very, very easy to do. If I knew how to code, I'd probably do it myself. What about like a dummy account though, or an alt account? Can they track that somehow? Well, again, how's the account going to find you? You know what I mean? Like, it's very, very difficult to get onto somebody's server these days. Unless you've got them on your friends list, they're in your organization, or you're partied with them. It's very difficult to click go at the same time and get on it. But who cares if somebody gets a... There's literally people that can make like 2 million an hour. Legit 2 million an hour in this game. What is killing somebody for 100k? Like, I literally can go and kill 2 NPC hammerheads for 100k using 2 torps. What is chasing a player for 100k worth, you know? It only makes it where people would be more interested in doing PvP. Because again, if I go and do NPCs, right? If I work for CrimeStat here, say I work for Vaughn and I get this to Master, I can literally torp a hammerhead for 45k. Just the hammerhead, and then I go and do that. Then if you're Crime 5, you also get the mission where you get an extra 50k or 60k for killing that 2 hammerheads. So I literally make 200k in free torps. So if I actually push hard on it and the missions pop and there's no lag in the server, I can make 500k whilst watching anime or some fucking hentai program, depending on what mood I'm in, every hour. So what is killing one person for 100k worth, you know? It's nothing. It just makes it more appealing to bounty hunters. Now, if somebody was rocking around with 1 million bounty on their head, well, they might be playing really, really safe at that stage. But to get to 1 million bounty is going to require them a lot of time. Enemy titties. Again, it's not making it where you make a lot of money. It's more like, instead of going after me for 30k, and you know that unless you're a diehard sweat, like there's many times, Deadly Slob had my bounty the other day there, and he goes, oh, here's the bounty, the TheDarkLaw. He doesn't even know me, you know? And everyone in his chat's going, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You'll get absolutely wrecked. And he goes, alright, I'll go and do something else. And it's like, great, well there's my fucking content gone. And this dude didn't know shit, right? But if it was like, chase after TheDarkLaw for 500k, then everyone in his chat's gonna be like, yeah, fucking do it, go! You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be more appealing to people. Who the hell is going to chase after people for like 30, 40k, you know? If it's 100k, that's way more appealing to other people. Yeah, hire your bounty. And again, literally just use the fine system as a multiplier for your bounty. That's it. It just needs to add the fines as a multiplier. And then CIG can do whatever. 1 million adds like 5k. Or it adds like 10k to the bounty. Who cares what the number is? Just make it where I can go, shit, guys, I'm gonna spend a whole month and I'm not gonna get caught or go to prison because I might actually be worth like 500k. The server is going to literally see me as a golden egg when I join. And that would be so sick. Oh fuck, a fucking A2? Jeez. Right, well I can't do much against the A2. However, we could probably shoot a bomb. That might be interesting. I think there's a blue player coming here. Because that's NPCs spawning on the A2. I'm pretty sure before I warped I saw a blue marker as well. Change your in-game name though? Just make it where if you've got a bounty you can't change your name. That's it. Again, there's a lot of systems, guys. There's a lot of ways CIG can make this where it can't be cheesed. It all depends on if CIG have got the will to actually build it. Right guys, you're a criminal 5. You can't change your character name. Sorry. Sorry, you just can't change it. It disables it on the website for you. Get fucked. Oh, you want to change your name? Go positive. Go to jail. Clear your timer. Simple things, guys. Yeah, but that would be a lot of money though. Then that's going to be where people are going to fuck around with it more doors. Making it where you make like 100k of like a bounty and stuff like that is fine. But if somebody's got like 100 million on their head, dude, that is, people are gonna try every exploit under the sun to try and get that. They need to make it where it's a multiplier. Like, 1 million would be 10k on top of your 50k bounty. Because again, getting to that million is very, very easy. No joke, dude. If I literally played 12 hours, I could have a 30 million bounty. In one day. Very easily. I would just go to every single bunker and shoot it up. But again, like I said, if crime stat was based around, so crime 3 is 30k, crime 4 is 40k, crime 5 is 50k, and then your fines are a multiplier, a lot more people are going to do that gameplay loop because of the extra money that they could get. Ooh, let's just fucking kill that before it fucking activates. Keep forgetting this thing has actually good lights. It pretty much couldn't track us anyway, after all the damage on the front. If you're ever shooting a Centurion, just shoot the fucking turret, it can't turn after that. The core is so red as well. This would be a good way of getting money in the future. Because I've put all power to weapons. That's why. If you don't play with the power system, Joey, you're gimping yourself in combat, dude. And when somebody does a 50-50 split, you're just also making it worse for yourself as well. Either do 100% or don't bother changing it. You literally 100% it, and there you go. 100% to shields, 100% to afterburner, 100% to engines. That's, sorry, weapons. Never do in-betweens. You're literally fucking yourself doing it. I've killed so many people, and when I go and see their fucking YouTube videos or their VODs afterwards, like if I know they're a streamer, you see that they're literally like 50% shields, 50% weapons, and I'm just like, fuck me, man. That 50% power to shields when I'm shooting at you does nothing. FYI. Such a waste of time. I need to get reshade set up like this. Night combat sucks. It does, dude. Swamp, literally, I've always said this. I only use reshade because CIG are incapable of making a night vision in a video game. Which blows my mind, right? The moment that CIG give us a night vision, or even maybe a sunglasses mode, I will uninstall reshade from my computer. I do not give a fuck about making fancy images and stuff. I'll process that through Photoshop or Premiere or something like that. I only use reshade because CIG for some reason just can't give us night vision. Which is also sad. Very sad. Maybe so, but you could exploit because you would go to prison, then the fines reset. What do you mean? If you had somebody, like, again, you got to look at it from a logical point of view, dude. If you had somebody that had 20 million on their head, right? 20 million. It's basically buying an 890 straight away kind of deal, right? And it should be a multiplier. It should never be a one-to-one system. Because again, then it's stupid, right? Because you could then go to somebody in local, yo, I've got 20 million. If you kill me, right, I'll let you kill me. And just give me 5 million, right? It would just be so broken. But if you're worth 150k, that's a lot more money to chase after a player for that one single time. And that's what we're trying to achieve. We're not trying to make it where somebody fucking wins the jackpot. We're trying to make it where it's more enticing to do PvP, to give that big sum of money if you actually succeed. But again, if you make it where I'm like worth 50 million, I'll just get somebody in chat. You know, I'll go, yo, whoever owns this Vanguard, come and kill me right now. And you'll make 50 million. So a multiplier is a much more safer way for CIG to do a system like that. And I don't think they would ever do a one-to-one, because that would just be insane. Man, if only bullets would just travel correctly. More cleanup. I think the tracker role should have ship and handheld options to track bounties. Just have the crime slap flash when they ping you. Yeah, I think so as well, dude. You know that, well, the thing is, right, the God marker will eventually go when you can't see a player's name. You will only see, like, Drake Cutlass, and then you've got to scan them down. So I completely agree that if you got to, like, within 1,000 and you pinged, it would show you the person's name. Completely agree on that one. That would be amazing. Because the God marker is the worst thing in this game. And you can sort of cheese it in multiplayer, FPS, because you can make it where the marker delayed. But it's very difficult to get a delay when somebody's actually visible, able to see you. Does NPC come all the way just to fucking shoot at me? Instead of doing its parameters? Fucking hell. Hey, you started, bruh. I was minding my own business. I would eventually have killed you, but I'm just saying, it would have been great if you had just left me to it. Look at that belly. Look at that back strafe. It's beautiful. Can't wait till master modes when you can't do that. You're gonna be so screwed. Oh man. If CIG actually make the back strafing nonsense go away from this game, I'm gonna be so happy. Super, super, super happy. Yeah, well then it doesn't need to be like one-to-one more doors, if you know what I mean. Like they could make it where a bounty, say you've got a 10 million bounty, which again doesn't take very long to make. You're worth 500k, right? Or something like that. Again, you've got to keep it under a million, because if somebody is able to make 1 million an hour, you can't make 1 million from just one-shotting somebody, right? That's what you have to look at. Because remember that there's bugs. The way crime works in this game is pretty fucking shoddy. Hey, on the how you doing, dude? So I'm completely fine if you were worth like 500k. Again, you got to look at it. Chasing after somebody that has a skill level, you know, can be easily shown or something like that, but you can't make it where that kind of person is like worth like 20 million. It would just break the game, and I know there's no economy, but if there ever was economy, it would break it. Under the current stats. But I would be totally down if you were like Crime 5 and you had like 10 million bounty and you were 500k to a player, right? And then it literally says in the mission log, this dude is dangerous, right? But I think a lot more people would do PvP bounty hunting if there was actually some sort of decent reward from it. Not 30k to come after DarkLaw, or 30k to go after Undo, or 30k to go after Mordors, you know what I mean? Like, people like Burks will do it just for fun. But there needs to be a reason for all players to be like, you know what? This is good. This 500k, this is the kind of fight I'm looking for. But then, Mordors, you know how you make it even more interesting? You go after your bounty. There's Mordors. 500k. This motherfucker is elusive. He's been getting away with it for so long. You're 500k and somebody fails to kill you. They get the mission for 450k to come back for you. Then they fail it again. It goes down to 350k. They fail again. It goes down to 250k. You know what I'm saying? This whole mission is fucking gone. You got to leave the server and come back. Just make it where the log understands that they failed it. Especially as you can see now, your mission history is kept. See, look? See all these ones that have failed because they just left the server. Track this, where even if you swap the server, it still goes down in money. Which is going to be sick if you did that. And this way, it starts off at 500k if you do it one time. If you come back, it's 450. Then it's 350. Until it goes to fucking 0. And then that's it. You can't ever get the Mordor's bounty ever again. Because you fucked up so many times. You went to 0. And this would be amazing, you know? Because again, if you left the server, you come back in, the server goes, well, you've already failed it. It's in your history. So, we will offer you 450 this time. No, oh, you leave the server, come back on a friend and try again. Because that's what people do, by the way. They fail the mission, they leave the server, they come back on a friend and they get their mission again. It needs to get to the point where eventually when you hit 0, you are fucking cucked. That's it, you can't do shit. And also, the moment that you're in a team of reds and you've got a bounty, you can't take the mission. They need to make it where you are positive blue. Not just somebody that, you know, has an alt. It has to be a positive. They need to make it where the circle here goes from orange to neutral, white, and then it goes blue. And you have to be 5-star blue to be able to do shit. So no more alt fucking god marker, alright, they're over there, let me swap to my main again. And again, it's super easy for CIG to do this shit. Super easy. It'd take them a month to set this up, if that. Yeah, exactly. As Starscream says, then if your character is positive blue, you get shot at Grim Hex. If you're neutral, that's fine, because you're not a bounty hunter. But if you do bounty hunting missions, you become positive blue. And that's when Grim Hex fucks you up. I've had bounty hunters alt F4 when chasing me, because normally I turn them into space cucumbers if I can. Yeah, exactly. But then they just make it where that becomes a failed mission if they do that Dobran. So it starts off at like 500k to go after Dobran. If they fail the mission by dying or Alt F4ing, it goes down to 450k until it goes to 0, and then you can't ever fucking get that mission again on that player. If they go up in money, maybe it gives you the lowest factor again or something like that, but it's still not worth your time. Maybe make it where you have to wait like a couple of days, 48 hours for it to reset or something. So people can't literally fucking fury farm you. Oh, I failed 5 times, I'll wait like a few seconds and then fucking start again or something like that. It needs to be a lot longer. And this would be a sick system. It'd be really, really good because it punishes Alt F4ers. And then obviously, again, all they do is if you Alt F4 as a criminal, you lose money on that fine, right? Or for example, it makes your bounty less. Or something like that, right? There's many ways that they can do it, where if you try to cheese it, it fucks you. If you try to do it with, you know, by leaving the server and coming back, it fucks you. You can only get certain missions if you're positive blue, basically. Everyone is technically blue at Grimhex, yeah, but the thing is though, like, they could have made the other places blue as well. This would be a much better system where if you actually want to go to Grimhex, you have to be non-blue. You have to be positive, you have to be neutral, or you have to be negative. No more fucking blues hiding in Armta zones of Grimhex. Just because you don't get it at Port Olisar or truck stops anymore. The funny thing is, the moment that they take away those Armta zones, people will still fucking hug that place, you know? Ooh! Somebody has visual on me. Which means probably invisible player. Since somebody lowered their landing gears or raised their landing gears, and I heard it. However, I'm not targeted, which is very interesting. I don't think it's the grey cat. Oh, there we go. There it is. Very sneaky. How does the crime stat work? Kill people or NPCs, it goes up. That's about it, really. Yeah, but they need to be positive blue, right? So CIG only have blue and red, right? But when we go to Pyro, there's no way for you to be blue or red. You would be negative, you would be neutral. Because it has no comray. So the only time somebody would be red to you is if they shot at you, aggressed you. So there's an easy way of getting around that. You can only be blue if you actually are positive towards UEE. And until then, you just stay white. Right? Your stream has a very strange resolution? Not really. It's ultra wide and it's set under 1080p, which is more, yeah. 936p is one of the best to use on streams for ultra wide. It gives a much better quality than 1080p. That's why my stream is so sharp compared to other fucking ultra wide users. Because I'm not forcing you to watch it on shitty 1080p. Again, it's just Twitch. If this was on YouTube, it would be a different story. Yeah. So again, for you to be blue, so you see how Walter right here is blue? Unless they were actually doing bounty hunting missions or positive towards crime stat, positive towards UEE, Mordors, they would just be white. Neutral, basically. Mostly, like, won't be allowed in high sec. 930p makes the pixels better. 936. But yeah, 930p as well, yeah. It makes it more denser for people. Again, there's a lot of tricks to streaming on Twitch. As much as some people who come into my channel and lurk and then flap their gums on fucking Twitter, they seem to know better, but then they turn around and start using my advice and their streams look way better quality. Yeah? Yeah, we all know who you are, eh? Lurking in the fucking shadows as always. You want the gossip? Yeah. It's just fucking wannabe content creators lurk in my channel for like 2 hours and then listen to advice I give for people to get better stream quality for themselves, as in the 936p. You know, because it makes it easier for other people. And if you're starting off as a content creator, you want to actually just do 720, 30 FPS. Because if you don't have the encoding, you want it where more people can watch your stream instead of it being pixelated pile of fucking junk, right? And this individual, a fucking clown, literally goes to his Twitter thread and starts mouthing off about what I'm saying, and then literally the next day starts using my advice. Fucking tits, like. It's just always funny that these people think that they get me. Was an SE streamer. Rickety Wreck. Was. I'm not gonna name the individual because I'm not putting hate towards somebody. But it's just funny how everyone fucking mouths off like they know better, and then finally they turn around and start using the same shit. And they get caught doing it and then they shut the fuck up, right? It's just funny. Go, Walter, I can't catch you. You're on a fucking razor, dude. Just blast. Blast. Go fast as fuck, boy. I'm not camping you here. I'm literally just sitting here. Go. Fly. Fly like the wind. You're in a razor. It's super fast. Just go straight up. There's no way a Gladius can catch you. Either that or they claim they heard it somewhere else, I know. It's like Captain Burks. You know that Captain Burks copied my red phone chat? And he claimed he was the one that brought it in. You know how you used to do this and then have the fucking sound file? Yeah. I had this like 6 months before Captain Burks, and he must have been lurking in the channel. He was like, man, that's a really great idea. But because of all his viewers, he fucking takes it. Then Buster the Destroyer starts doing it as well. These motherfuckers keep taking my ideas. I'm gonna create a TDL pillow and claim it to be first. Well, actually, that's good. That's why you say Ondo, because again, we have Chris Roberts merchandise here on the channel. The only content creator who offers Christian Roberto merchandise for a fee of love and kisses. You know what I mean? Who wants a TDL pillow? I love Burks to bits, but yeah. There's a lot of times where I would imagine it's the same sort of thing, like you have like people like Summit or Shroud or something like that. They see somebody with like no views doing something cool, they do it, and then suddenly everyone's like, oh, this person did it first, and it's like, nah, not really, you know. You want a punishing bag? A punishing bag? Or a what? A pushing bag? What the fuck is that? Like a punch bag? Come on, look, I'm so far away now. You can go. I think maybe they're just AFK. Or sending in the reinforcements, I don't know. Ah, punching bag. Yeah, punching bag. Wonder if Brio's lit up again. That's Roberts pissed me off waiting for Pioneer. There's a lot of ships, dude. Like, the Nautilus. CIG always claimed that when they sold the Nautilus was ready to be launched. The reason that they didn't launch the Nautilus was there wasn't any drones. And I'm like... you could have still released it, right? Hey, Salty, how you doing, dude? I just never understand when CIG claim that there's a ship ready to go, and then they don't want to release it and have fun with it. Because again, a Nautilus would have been pretty cool. It would have been able to go toe-to-toe with a Hammerhead or something like that. Couple of Nautilus turning up at jump time would make things a lot more spicy, but... nope. Not gonna release it until we've got this shitty minefield drone system that probably will never work either. It's like, 15 out. I think it's just a dead radar. Plus, I would have crossed it. Yeah. Radar's so scummy. There's a floating ship here that just died. Where is it? Yeah, exactly. I always wonder how much is actually done for Star Citizen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have the expectations of stuff that they talk about in videos and we wait for them to actually release it. How much of it is actually ready to go, or how much of it is always just Hufflepuff fucking nonsense? Like, guys, this is what we want to build for you, but we're not really going to build it for you. We're just going to make it where you want to spend more money, and hopefully one day it might actually get developed. Yeah, but they came back though, Aleg, and said, we don't want to release another ship like the Reclaimer that has no function. But the thing is though, the Nautilus does have a function. It's got dual size 7 on the fucking front of it. Let it clap. Test that power out. So yeah, sure, it doesn't have the ability to drop mines and sentries, but you could have been testing dual size 7 damage off a sub-cap, which would have been sick. It's the same with the Perseus. Like, I really hope the Perseus is somewhat on a whiteboard of being brought into the game, because we really need big pounding ships that are not shitty fucking Redeemers. I want to see some big ass cannons. Idris is in game. It's not even the real Idris for Q42? I know. But there's multiple versions of the Idris in Star Citizen. Anyway, the NPC ones. But that's another thing, it's like... CIG go, we're not giving you guys the Idris because we don't want to have spoilers for Squadron 42. But in the same year, let's show you an internal view of the Idris. Yeah, that totally takes away that... I never saw any spoilers, right? What spoilers are they thinking? Oh my god, I'm flying around in my Idris, I'm able to use it. It works in the game, because if you've got an 890, Idris is not that much more, right? And then it's like, oh, but we don't want spoilers. How does an interior actually spoil a fucking video game? Every time I run through, like... a zone for like a starter zone or a mission hub, I'm not really stopping and going, look at those NPCs fucking in the corner. You know what I mean? Like, I'm running for all over the place. I might catch in the glimpse of my eye and stop for a split second. But I'm not purposely going and sitting down on a bench and waiting for all the NPCs to go past and writing down, this NPC started to repeat its motion after this, you know? Hey, Bieber. In reality, the game simply can't handle it right now. So they claim. So they claim. But again, I've been around like 2890s and it didn't lag the game, B-Berry. So if you got 2890s on the field that doesn't lag it, what's 1 or 2 Idris, right? Because all you do is just make the reclaim timer on them like fucking, I don't know, couple of hours. It just feels really weird to use that as an excuse when I just... Yeah. It's personal toy. We saw an Idris low-flying yesterday on Daymar firing the rails. And the problem with that is it's cool, right? But then there's... It's just so stupid that players have the ability to launch that or steal them, you know? I hate the fact that you can still steal Idrises and Javelins and stuff. It just shows you how bad their coding is. Well, I think when the game releases Mordors, it'll be probably longer than that. I would imagine it's a week, to be fair. When, like, there's no 30Ks, there's no desync and yada yada yada, I would imagine it's gonna be a week. You're not gonna want people to just literally fucking... You know... CIG will want you to buy like 10 Idrises with real money. So you don't have to wait for those timers. Oh yeah, capital timers, every ship's timer needs to go up, dude. It's ridiculous that most of the bigger ships, like Vanguards and stuff, are like 5 minutes. Should be 30 minutes, as far as I'm concerned. You think bind ships will be possible after release? No, I think they'll probably go like War Thunder World of Tanks, where they'll sell a premium ship maybe once or twice a year, A-leg, that you can also get in-game. But it'll be like where it's released in game maybe like 2 or 3 months after or something like that. That's how they'll do it. They'll still have ship sales, it'll just be like a premium ship, you know. Guys, we've got this arrow that has 9 guns on it for a mere $500, you know. Who wants to simp out on that? They could do many things like that. I think generally CIG will move into decent ship skins, and that will make them bank. If they do it right, because a lot of the ship skins are shit. Then you've got ship skins like this, which are really, really fucking cool. But then they're still overpriced, as far as I'm concerned. I would like to see where, like, capital ships take about a week. Maybe not an 890, that could be like 3 days, but it definitely needs to get to the stage where people are punished if they fuck around. So it would be a pay to win kinda, it's not, if not already, no. You've got to look at it that it wouldn't be pay to win because you would eventually get the ship in the game, right? So you could just save up like 20 million in the game and buy it when it actually releases. It would only be pay to progress. And that's a big thing. You've got to look at it this way. If I buy a $500 ship that has amazing stats, but then I die to an arrow, is it really paying to win? A-leg. You got a hot head start. Who fucking cares, dude? It's time. It's time. Time is irrelevant for humans. Absolutely irrelevant. Because everyone's time is different, everyone's money is different, everyone's gameplay is different. So somebody gets to use the ship 3 months before you, who fucking cares? A ship doesn't make you better at the game. It just gives you more things to actually do with the game. But if you want to get funding to constantly go through, that's one way that CIG could do it. Their means to an end, exactly. Like I said, everyone who spent $220 on a Saber, right? $200 on a Saber, $110 on a Hornet, 200 and something dollars on a Vanguard. How much is it for a Banner Defender? It's like $300 for a Blade, right? Yet, my $50 pre-fucking order arrow, which came with 2 shields originally, for 50 bucks I spent on my arrow, I can smoke all your fucking high money ships. By myself. You see where I'm going with this? Just because somebody has a ship before you, doesn't mean fuck all in this game. It just means that they've got it before you. That's it. But anything that they do with it, doesn't make it pay to win, or doesn't change the way you play your game. It just means that you just have to wait another month or another patch until you get it, like we have right now. But then you can do things like where it's like, oh look, there's somebody with a Gladius Pirate, I've managed to sneak into their hangar and I'll steal it, right? You can do these things in the game. So again, if CIG decided to sell premium ships, that is a way of them funding money once or twice a year because they don't sell ships anymore to players, and they're only doing packages and skins and like ammo or something like that, or cosmetics like Elite Dangerous did. You know what I mean? You've also got to look at it this way, right? Here's another really good way. I bought into Elite Dangerous and I got lifetime expansions for free. So is that not pay to win? Because you have to pay every expansion at maximum price and I get them for free. Am I paying to win? Or was I just really fucking smart to buy it early on? You know what I'm getting at? It's the same thing as far as I'm concerned. It means fucking nothing. Because you're still getting the game at the end of the day. You think it would be a matter of a week getting like an 890? That's never going to be the case. You will most likely see where they will change the money around. I guarantee you'll see the money change where they either put the money down massively, or repairs will be like 10, 20k, refueling will be 30, 40k, rearming will be like 100k, and for you to reclaim your Idris at maximum speed will be like 10 million or something like that. And to buy an Idris will be like 150 million. Probably more. Like 200, 300 million. We only have these figures in the game right now to make it easy for people to play the game. That's it. We used to have to spend 65k to rearm one Eclipse torpedo, A-leg. 65k to rearm one torpedo in the game. And CIG made it 200 UEC or whatever because people literally were fucking just firing torpedoes left, right, and center without actually caring about the game. Or sorry, when they changed it, people started doing that. But beforehand, people were complaining that they couldn't fucking test out the game. So all the numbers we have right now are just for testing. So when you can get an 890 within a week, that will change massively in the future. It will be where you're paying like 2 or 3 months to get an 890. Unless you band together and share money or something like that. Yeah, exactly. You're only paying for the ship to be early and that's it. That's all that one would care about. Because again, like I said, people were spending 250 bucks on Vanguards and $300 on Blades and I'm smoking them in an arrow at 50 bucks. Who's fucking winning at that stage? I am. And I spent less money. Let's quickly just check here. We're on 450. Let's see if we can swap. So again, if CIG stop all ship sales and once or twice a year they have a premium ship like a Cutlass that has maybe an extra shield on it and you can get it a month later in game, who cares? It's a month of wait, you know? Let's go to Asia and bounce it. Winning is not really about dogfight win, actually. Well, that's your way of looking at win. What is your term of pay to win? That's what it boils down to. What is your version of pay to win? Because me, pay to win is only if I have to spend money on something that kicks the fuck out of anything that isn't paid, right? That would be pay to win as far as I'm concerned. Something that you can't get in game, that you buy from the cash shop, that fucking wrecks you. That's pay to win for me. Because I used to play a lot of fucking Chinese MMOs. And you used to be able to get fucking power-ups for like $50 that nobody else could get in the game. Endgame is salt farming? Yeah, well that's, again, everyone's ways are different. But when people say, oh, Star Citizen's pay to win, what is somebody actually winning in your term? What are they winning? Are they just getting to use the ship before you, which you then can do for playing the game over time? Or are they actually kicking the fuck out of you because they're doing stuff that you can't do in the game at that current time? There's a huge difference in terminology. I always look at everything in Star Citizen as just pay to get it before somebody else. That's it. Because eventually all the ships, all the items, all the subscriber flare will be in game for you to farm. It's what you can do with the ships. Well, again, dude. What ship has come out recently that you've not bought, that other people have bought, that has affected your gameplay? You know what I mean? That you didn't eventually get 3 months later. Yeah. But there's another thing that a lot of people think I've forgotten about Vinny Vega. 319, there's a possible chance that when you die, you lose all the modules you've bought, by the way, and you're not getting them back from insurance. You literally have to buy them all over again. That's possibly coming back with 319. The other thing is, the more ships you have, the more fuel, repair, rearm bills you're going to have, the more fucking times you're going to have to buy more NPCs, yada yada. And here's the big kicker that most people don't realize is, eventually you will only be given one free hangar. So if you go to Grim Hex, you will have to pay rent for that hangar. Now if you've got fucking Legatus 50 ships and you move them all to Grim Hex, you're paying that tax for all of them there. Which means that a lot of people who own ships won't move them from their free hangar. Because they won't want to pay that extra money. Which means that they'll cuck themselves in the long term, but for an alpha, they have the ability to do these things. This is also a lot of programs that will eventually end in this game to make money sinks. And this has always been talked about, where your first hangar is... Fucking Edge, Lord, like... Fucking role players. Yeah. Insurance on your car does not cover aftermarket parts. I don't understand why anyone thinks they're getting their fucking ship back when they reclaim their ship. You're going to get back to the stock that you were promised and that's it. You're going to have to farm modules. We used to have this in the game, and again, CIG took it out of the game because everyone was fucking boo-hooing. Well, eventually when you can't boo-hoo in the game, and CIG actually make it how it's meant to be, what are you going to do then? Who are you going to cry to? Although some ships are not buyable in the game, like the Raven. Yet. And the reason for that, A-Leg, is they are exclusives. So, the one with the Raven is an exclusive deal with, what's it called? Intel, right? So you'll be able to steal somebody's Raven, but you're not going to be able to ever purchase it with real money. Because again, that defeats the sort of lock that they had. They said there will be module insurance. That's cool. But again, you're still going to be paying money, extra money for your modules. But it doesn't mean that you're going to get them back in your hangar, Ducks. They've never said that. Because again, CIG want you to go to shops and buy things. CIG want you to go and find modules and bring them back. That's gameplay loops. If you go to the console here and you get everything back, there is no loss. There is no reason for you to give a shit. Yes, you would get your money back. Yes, you'll get your stock shipped back, but then you have to go and purchase the modules again. You're not going to get everything teleported to your hangar. It does not work that way, because eventually they will turn the economy on, which means that places like Grim Hex would never have all your fucking... Why would Grim Hex have an 890 that you could fucking respawn here? That's what you have to look at. So whilst everything is bubble wrapped right now, where you just come to this console and you do this kind of shit, this all goes out the window very shortly. The moment they turn the economy system online, you will have to go to locations or have stockpiles of modules. You will get your money back, but you're not going to have everything teleport into your hangar. It does not work that way. You would have to move it yourself. You probably won't get your ship respawning here. Why would Grim Hex have a hammerhead or something available? You know what I mean? You'll have to actually go to the dealer to get your ship back again. This was talked about many, many moons ago. Because they want an immersive game. An immersive that just instantly respawns and teleports around the place is not that. If you buy components in Pyro, your insurance company can't give you your money back and shit in Area 18, you're just fucked. That would be another way they could do it, right? But there are a lot of people who don't realize the storm that's coming. CIG have already told you the gates are opening in 319. When you crash your ship or die to me, I can scoop all your loot, including your modules, and I never need to spend a penny after that. But what they haven't said, and made it official, is how you are getting your modules back. And eventually down the line, you ain't getting them back. You'll get the money back, but you're going to have to still go to shops and buy them, or ask for logistics to move them, or basically stockpile them, or steal them yourself. You kill an NPC and go, well, that loot looks pretty good, I'm going to put that in my hangar. There's going to be a huge change to Star Citizen, and a lot of people will not be ready for it. They'll be like, oh no, I need to be able to press one button and have no loss whatsoever. It's not going to happen that way, cupcakes. Star Citizen is an MMO sandbox game, and in sandboxes, every decision has to have a cause and effect. Or it does not work as a video game. Jedi, welcome indeed. Again, a lot of people play Elite Dangerous, and that game bubble wraps the shit out of you. You go to the far end of the human area, or whatever it's called, you die, and magically your ship and all the components are in that station? Like, alright, well, do they have just a surplus of your shit available, you know? Then they made it where you could have NPCs move your stuff for a fee. And it started to look like it would actually turn into a proper fucking game.
You are clear to launch.
Do I hear an Eve player? You do, yeah. Macro for everything? Yeah, well, a lot of people macro. What are you gonna do about that? Right, so I would agree with you in some way, Somru, right? But who's to say I don't go to the fucking... Right, so look at it this way. There is no way to tell if you internet lose connection or you kill the game in the task manager feed. So who's to say that somebody doesn't set up a script where they press a button to disconnect it from the task manager feed? Which is very easy to script, by the way. So how do you get around something like that? Because obviously I get kicked off the game, I crash, I lose internet, just like everyone else, power cut, all these things. But how do you determine the difference to make it where it's uncheesable? To where it's fair, where people can't misuse it? Because right now, we've got a crazy amount of people that keep Alt F4ing to survive. And I've seen so many content creators recently do it where they're like, oh, I've gone into soft def, and they go back, they do this on their stream just so they don't fucking lose their shit. And people are already misusing that for over a year now. 2022 is when we started seeing huge amount of people Alt F4ing. Even though Alt F4ing had been in the game for many years. Yeah, exactly, as Roadrunner says, you know? Yeah, but again, you're then forcing somebody to sit in their time for 5 minutes to make sure. What happens if the person doesn't come back? What are you gonna do if they don't come back? Do they then pop back after 5 minutes? Automatically? Because if you give a grace period for 5 minutes and then after 5 minutes they pop back, then I'm all for that. Yeah, 100%. They have to come back. They have to come back. Because if you make it where they've got a grace period and people misuse it, you know what I mean? That's when we start getting into serious problems. Because right now, this is what's happening. If you get shot by an NPC and it lands, you get missile-toned by a player or an NPC. If you get aggressed in any way like a QED bubble and you Alt F4, you are stuck in this game for 15 minutes, I heard, before you will actually disappear. They're bringing in the Eve timer, and this is coming this year apparently. From what I've heard of rumors. Obviously it might not happen this year, and that's it, we'll deal with that then. But apparently this is coming into the game where if you try to do this in combat, or Alt F4, kill your feed, kill your internet, you're screwed. You're not getting a grace period. So I think CIG are going to the state where if you lose your internet connection by whatever means, that's just tough luck, right? Everyone has to deal with that sometimes. Well, that's coming. That's coming where people are not going to be able to spawn back at stations and stuff like that. Don't know why they would do that, as the loot is not... I know, Master Dragon. I know, dude. I know. But some people, right? So, in Free 18, when you have subscriber gear or you buy it from the website, they added this within Free 18 where when you die and you lose it, like you're full dead, somebody can take it and you won't get it back if you repair your account or wipe your account. You've lost it for that patch, unless you spend more money, right? So what people do is they Alt F4 so they don't lose it. Because they don't want to lose their $12 fucking piece of shit armor that does nothing in the game apart from allows them to fucking jack off to themselves. Because that's all it does. Because some of the best looking gear is actually farmable in the game. But all the subscriber gear is also farmable in the game. It's not locked behind anything. But it's so sad that you have people advertising that the easiest way to keep your shit is Alt F4. Or go back to the menu. Buy more stable? Well, again, if the game wasn't crashing, the game wasn't 30k, maybe in a month I will lose internet connection maybe once, right? And I'm fine with that. That one time, it might mean something, it might not mean something, yada yada yada. But I lose more fights from crashing to desktop than ever losing internet connection in a fight. That's just sadly the truth of it right now. Oh man, jeez. Somebody's fucking booking it to Disneyland. Works for you going down that. AI just spawned in, I think. They're going low. Pulling the fucking Cobra maneuver, alright. Somebody's been watching Top Gun 2 recently. Hate to tell you, but Cobra is probably the worst thing to do in combat. Come on, guns. Regen, please. Thank you. Alright, soft death on that aisle. Let's go down here. Let's quickly get rid of that marker. Right, what drugs are you bringing for us? Look at a fucking Drake caterpillar. There we go. I bet they'll probably not survive the soft death because CIG love to do it that way. Oh, I'm like that as well, Vinnyvigga. The armor I'm wearing is the pirate gear that you only get from the 890 mission. You don't have to spend a penny on it. You just go and do the 890 mission. This is where the HP needs to be way more. Oh my god! Drugs! Drugs! Alright, well, there we go. There's a lot of blue around, or was, like... There we go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Oh. Is it just at the NPC? Maybe it's at the NPC. Ah, it's that nonsense. I'm not getting involved. Ooh, an Avenger Titan. This could be a bounty hunter. Let's see how it goes, right? Could be a drug runner. We'll see here. Might not even see us, guys. If we don't move, it's like a T-Rex. If we stay very, very still. Oh. Nope, it saw us. The mighty T-Rex saw us. Alright, now we're slotted in behind. We don't need to use Afterburner. We use it here because it's moving away. Penguin super fast. Penguin is ridiculously fast at, like, disengage. Quickly regen here. That's fine. There we go. We got a wee red nose. Couldn't be bothered to fucking regen my shields. We'd rather just go for the kill. A lot easier. Not gonna lie, the drug exploit has made piracy pretty much fun. Yeah, but then also they will fix the exploit and remove any gameplay like that, Mordors, instead of just upping the quality, amounts, and the money, right? If people have easy way of making money, this game is a lot more fun. But they don't. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But I'm relating on that, that sentence that you did. CIG will also nerf it, but not take any hint that this is good fun. And that's the biggest issue. That every time we find good gameplay loopholes is because of an exploit or a bug, but then CIG will go, oh no, we can make a better system than this. Jumptown 2.1, for example. Fucking Snorefest. Compared to the original model. Siege of Orison. Boring. Xenofret. Dull. Everything that CIG creates is just boring. Just let us find our own gameplay loops. That's the great thing about the sandbox vibe of any video game. Just let the players have the fun. There's no harm in it. So they up the quantity. The exploit is you could get unlimited quantity. A-leg. So CIG have fixed it, and you'll be back to your normal ways. Still doing drugs in legit way makes quite a bit of money. The problem is that you had the ability to buy as much as you wanted and sell it for the norm. There wasn't like a difference in the price. It was just instead of you only getting 2 boxes every time, you could get like 20. And that's more appealing to people. So CIG just need to make it where you can, instead of getting 2 box every time you go, you get 5 or 10, right? But just don't make it where you can have unlimited quantity. Hey, unlimited did. And that's the problem that we had with Tram and Myers. Tram and Myers had unlimited Laranite and everyone fought over it. The Laranite Wars, as we called it. And it was a lot of fun. CIG were like, oh no, players are having too much fun. This breaks the economy. And at the same time, we turn around to CIG and go, what economy? What economy are you talking about? There is no economy in this video game. You literally make it where somebody can rearm, repair their stuff for, you know, 500 UEC. That's not an economy. Caterpillar. People just want to fill their ships like it's cool to look at. CIG could come up with a buy and drop the value. Yeah, exactly. Just make it where you can make unlimited quantity, right? Unlimited quantity of it, Mordors, but instead of it being like 10,000 a box, it's 1,000 a box. You know what I mean? People just want to fill up their hauling ships with cool stuff. I think that's fine, right? Oh, did it actually not even give me back? Oh, I actually don't know if I even fired a missile, to be honest. Also make repair take time. Again, there's lots of things CIG can do to bring an actual economy in, but until they do so, who cares about what we get up to? Yeah, exactly, Mordors. Jumptown 2.0 would be a lot of fun if you just put it on yellow and you left it continuously running. Just leave it continuously running. But they go, no, we want dynamic events. Well, I hate to tell CIG this, dynamic events are boring if they're not actually dynamic. Because all you're doing is turning a mission on when you feel like it and going, guys, we got some dynamic events running. How do you guys feel about Jump Point 2.1, where you can do the same thing as Jumptown 2.0, just there's that 0.1 more added, you know? Hey, Monkfish, thank you very much for the 37 months. It's alright, dude, it's okay. Waiting for 318.2, and then it's gonna be a lot more fun. It was called Quanta, Game Data. But they could literally just have Jumptown running all the time. Just make it where they reduce the money of it, you know? But it's still worth to go there and fight over. CIG are just so blind to the gameplay loops that are brought into the game that are so much fun, but then CIG want to control the fun. That's not what a video game is about. And then they go, oh, but it's a dynamic event. It's not a dynamic event. We can't control it. I can't do something in the game that triggers Jumptown to be activated for a couple of hours, where everyone goes, woo, you know? We have to wait for a CIG employee going, activate Jumptown 2.0 at Lyria. Always at Lyria. The most boring place to fight over. Nothing to do with Jumptown whatsoever, because Jumptown is at Yella. The location is called Jumptown and it's on Yella in Crusader. But let's call it Jumptown 2.0. Again, they can't even fucking come out with a name for a dynamic event. That's how shit CIG are, by the way. They can't even think up a name for their event. They just call it Jumptown 2.0 when it's at Lyria and fucking Microtech most of the time. And it's barely actually at Jumptown on Yella. It's so stupid! Just let it run continuously. At Jumptown. Heaven forbid that they called their dynamic event Drug Wars or something like that. Right? No, right guys, what's a really catchy name that will get everyone's dicks fucking hard? Oh, let's call it Jumptown 2.0. Because it really represents the original Jumptown, even though it's got nothing to do with the original Jumptown, because now it's at free locations. Alright, how often are we gonna do this? Whenever we have a fucked up patch and we want people to make some money. Alright, cool. How are we going to do that? Well, we'll get a CIG employee to come into the office on a weekend and type in a code on the fucking server that will activate it. Oh, so it's not really a dynamic event. No, we just put it as dynamic event because again, that's IGN gets their dicks hards with that shit. Right? And that's the truth of it. That's your Jumptown dynamic event. You know? There's nothing dynamic about it. It's not controlled by the players. It's a fucking snooze fest. Because some people will do it, some people won't do it. And it's always in a time where nobody actually really gives a shit about it. But CIG just keep rolling their faces over keyboards and hoping for the fucking best. We need pirates and scallywags to join the dev team. Space Dad's trying to turn into Euro Trucker in space. Again, CIG have all the tools, Dobran, to make this game insane. But they have half-wits at the fucking helm running the show. That's just it. Because again, you can make so many gameplay loops. Like SPK, for example. SPK is an absolute shit show of a thing that they added in. Everyone's like, oh, this could be interesting. I'm like, nah, this will be shit. You know why? Because CIG designed it. Anything that they design is shit when it comes to these missions and stuff like that. If you leave it for a player to find it, they're amazing. Original Jumptown, so much fun. Tram and Myers Wars, amazing. Brio, all these places, when it's an exploit or it's a bug, become the best content in the game because it's not made by CIG. But it is made by CIG, it's just they don't have the control in it at that time. Take away the control from CIG and you actually have a fucking amazing video game. And it's just bonkers that they don't learn from this stuff. Their fucking mission team are useless. Absolutely useless. And they're the same team that does the jail, by the way. So you can see where it fucking rubs off. Absolutely useless. Not a fucking clue how to do a sandbox. They're good at probably making rail video games or Squadron 42. But when it comes to a sandbox, and you call something dynamic, it better bloody fucking be dynamic. But you've got a dynamic event that they call the Ninetales event, which is at the truck stops. Yet every single time the Reds win, it fails. The mission fails and the Blues win. How's that dynamic? How is that dynamic? It's so scripted. It's ridiculous. And they keep pumping this shit into their IGN videos. Guys, free 19, get ready to wank off to this fucking dynamic event that we've been spending 6 months doing, and we've not learned a fucking thing in the past 5 years of what players actually really like at dynamic events, but you get to see flashy visuals like 10 FPS, Orison, Siege, where players can camp the fucking trams, and we didn't even think that they would camp the trams. They just do camp the trams, you know? Alright guys, we've updated Siege of Orison where now you can't camp the trams. You can camp the trams 50 feet in front of the trams, because that's totally not another camping spot, right? Don't worry guys, Siege of Orison 2.0.1.9, we figured it out. Now there's no PvP, so it's not even a dynamic event. You can't even side with the Reds. You have to go there, you have to be blue, you have to have a CIG employee badge, and there you fucking win. And then it'll still bug out and fail. But don't worry, we'll come back in a year and we'll make 3.0 version. And this time we will have learned everything from our first few versions, right? And if you think I'm making memes, anybody that's been here long enough to understand what I'm actually saying knows exactly what I'm saying. Every single one of these events is an absolute shit show. Xenofret, Ninetales, Siege of Orison, Jumptown. They are all shit. Absolutely diabolical pieces of shit missions. Orison can't go there as a red to defend. Fantastic. Yeah, so it's not dynamic. It's scripted and on rails. Oh, you want to do Ninetales where you side with Ninetales at the Ninetale event out at the truck stops? Oh, don't worry, but you can't win though. You can't win if you kick the shit out of all the blues. Oh, but if you die, you go to prison as well. Just to tell you that. You know? Oh, and you can't rearm repair. You've got to travel all this way through like a 250 kilometer bubble and warp back to Grimhex, because that's the only place that you can go, right? Xenofret. Oh, you've got to come all the way from... You can't even side with Xenofret, even though these events are meant to be dynamic. There is no dynamic to it whatsoever. It's a scripted win. That's it. Again, these fucking Muppets have never played a video game that actually has a dynamic event to it. Yeah, no, Dobra, I nodded. But CIG don't learn. They literally don't learn from their mistakes. And eventually, the only way that it does change, and it does get better for us, is when these people finally leave CIG. And that's the truth of it. The only time you ever see actual major change to this company is when the legacy fucking developers have left the company. They've done a grand job, but they get so lazy after 10 years that they just don't give a shit anymore. Or most of the people who have been in the company are now leads who, again, just don't give a shit. They're getting paid big bucks for fucking thubbing us off. Just landed, got pirated in QED because they didn't take 2 minutes to survey the area and pop me, and when I'm at my weakest with shields off and weapons down? I know, dude, I know. They will keep calling you griefer at Xenofret for taking Xenocide and shooting blues? I don't give a shit if somebody calls me a griefer. I play this game in the boundaries that CIG set. Just because I beat you in PvP doesn't make me a griefer. It just means that your ego is more fragile than mine. That's the truth of it. That's whenever somebody complains about PvP or griefer or anything like that, it's because somebody's put their thumb up your ass and spun you around like a meat kebab. And you just don't like it. You don't like that shit on the internet. You don't like getting put in your pram and pushed around back and forth. And it's nothing to do with the game or the player that's involved in it. It's your little ego boobily looking for that doll that fell out the pram. And that's the truth of it when people complain about PvP in a video game like Star Citizen. Their egos are just literally dissolving at the idea that another player fucked them up. Now, what happens when the NPCs start to fuck you up? What's your ego gonna do then? What happens if CIG actually fix server lag and they make it where the AI are somewhat challenging? What are you gonna do when you go on your solo Connie and you get fucked up by 2 Gladius NPC? Who are you gonna complain to at that stage? They're gonna rage quit? Yeah, exactly. But thank you very much for the money. Thanks for that Legatus backer status. Exactly, Master Dragon. Exactly, did. It's the same with, like, Warzone and stuff like that. People freak out continuously. Absolutely continuously about things. And they shouldn't. If you do drugs, and you come to a drug area to sell, and then you die to another player, and then you call griefer, who's actually griefing? Are you getting griefed by another player, or is your mind just griefing you? And you're just not willing to accept that? Because that's how it feels like even when content creators start crying about fucking griefing. They're like, oh my god, this player is attacking me. He's definitely griefing my video game. No, you need to get the fuck out of the video game. Because it's your mind that's griefing you. Nothing else. Because there's no rules that say that a player can't shoot you for no reason in this game. PvP, I've seen this thread, or like people bring this one up before. PvP has to be a 1v1 honorable fight. No, it doesn't. PvP is just player versus player. If I do this to a player, and they don't like it or don't acknowledge it, that's still PvP in a video game. The same as when you shoot an NPC, and the NPC doesn't turn around and shoot you, it's called PvE. But a lot of people on Spectrum are like, PvP must be where I have honor at the Oakenfall, 10 paces and turn. And then we win Mary Kate's fucking hand, and I get plenty of land afterwards. That's just not what PvP games are about. You can't type griefing, Mordors. You have to try and figure out a way of getting around it. Morph had a breakdown during Jumptown once? Was that with the A2 and stuff like that? Yeah, but again, Morphologist had a breakdown about the A2 at Jumptown, but he also realized what he said was kind of like, there was no point to it, right? Right now in the state of the game. So even he saw the error in his rant, you know? And again, that's like, what, fucking 6 months ago? So it's irrelevant. When a content creator says something, and then realizes how they're playing the game might be different to how other people again, and they accept it, then you let go of that subject at that stage. It doesn't matter then. As I like to always point out to people, my fun in Star Citizen isn't your fun. Unless you share the same views on it. However, my fun does not break any rules in the TOS, in CIG's rule list on Spectrum about griefing and stream sniping and all that shit. You know what I mean? Hey, take care, Master Dragon. Thank you very much for stopping in. And that's what a lot of people need to realize. My fun is not your fun. If I kill you in this game and you don't like it, tough shit. Go and play another fucking video game. But what I'm doing doesn't break the rules of the game. You just call it griefing, and I'm not pointing out any fingers to anyone in the chat here. I'm just saying, like, the people are on Spectrum are ranting about griefing and stuff. It's not. It's your ego that is griefing you. That's all it is. Just because you don't like the idea that another player might be better than you, when you put your fucking bathrobe on and you get your fake fucking FX Saber that you just went down to fucking Disneyland to buy, and you look at yourself in the mirror and go, yeah, I could play the lead role in the next Star Wars fucking movie, and you sit down into the fucking cockpit of a Gladius, you get into fucking Roger Roger dookity dookity boopity bop in the background, and you get your fisted, you get a fist right up the ass in the video game, and you start freaking out about it, who's to blame? The player that's playing the game, or the person who went into all that fucking nonsense before they sat in the seat? What's the king of space Dadri and QQ Banju? No? What do you mean? What's the king of space Dadri? People are afraid of PvP? No, they're afraid of another player putting them into the corner, and Patrick Swayze isn't coming down to fucking ask you to dance on stage. That's the biggest issue. It's not that the player actually killed you in the video game or you lost stuff. It's the fact that Patrick Swayze isn't coming to get you, to save you. Part of the problem is that people don't understand what they're getting at when they buy into the game, they get salty. Yeah, exactly. Again, it's egos. Oh, right, okay, okay. Well, if Morphologist bans you on his channel, dude, that's up to Morphologist, right? Oh my god, is this the same fucking Nomad? It's already starting to turn away, chat. Look, there we go. I taught a player a life lesson. However, I got this sneaky motherfucker. Oh no, maybe possibly coming back. Maybe realizing that you can't go and land anywhere with drugs, you know? You know how we dealt with Space Dads and CCP and Eve? Yeah, exactly. The players will eventually burn the game down. They have that power, right? Stationary. But yeah, again, I'm not going to discuss what Morphologist does in his own channel. His rules, his channel, it's up to him how he wants to, right? I'm always open for conversations with people, but if I get to the point where it's just not happening, you know what I mean? Seriously, dude. Like... There we go, straight in. Oh, it full died. Dead. Look, more drugs, guys. I'm the savior of all the children that could be affected by drugs. I might be a criminal, but I'm doing justice. I'm like Batman. I should put my Batman cowl on. Vengeance! High profit? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You nerf it, they are gone. Yeah, well, they'll be gone in 3.18 too, you know. But you're wearing hockey pads. Does it look like I'm wearing hockey pads? The dark bat, yeah. Fucking crazy shit. Again, we've got all the gimmicks here. Terrified! I know. That's nightmare fuel right there. I know. When we did the meme, I bought this fucking hardcore PVC. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. And I can't wear it for very long because it just gets far too hot inside. For me, I like playing a space trader, dad type character and having it be risky is what makes the game fun for me. Yeah, exactly, but you acknowledge your right. So for example, Roadrunner, your gameplay is not what I find fun, right? But you also accept that what my gameplay loop is maybe not fun to you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, both of our gameplay loops do not match. Yet you find my gameplay loop adds a bit of spice to your gameplay loop, which makes it even more funner. The problem is when you come across somebody who just wants to do trading but never wants to involve in any player. Now, literally, when they have to deal with NPCs that will do the same stuff as players eventually, who are they going to moan at, right? Secretly attend superhero fetish clubs? Oh, yeah. Totally. Somebody save that before my... I don't delete clips, dude. The only time I ever delete a clip is if it's not titled, or if it is like a 100% like troll out of context clip. So yeah, I won't delete that one, dude. Thank you for the follow, Chief. I don't delete my clips. It's the same with the VODs. You know how a lot of content creators like to fucking delete their VODs? So that when they say shit about a content creator, they're like, oh, maybe I should delete it? I don't. I put it on YouTube, so it's all there forever. The only time my VODs get deleted on YouTube, !VODs by the way, is literally if like we're watching something where a country fully fucking bans it, you know. But no, I don't delete my clips, and the VODs on Twitch move away after 60 days, but every 48 hours I move them to YouTube. !VODs again if you want to ever see a VOD. Just in case I'm shit-talking one of your favorite content creators and you want to send it to them as evidence, that's totally cool. Again, I just don't bullshit people here. By the way, you've got 23 hours to get a Toby tracker for 15% off. !TET5 in chat. Using my link, you can get 15% off. You don't need to add my code. Just go to that link. It's what we use on the channel to move the head. All that jazz when we're actually centered. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you've got 23 hours apparently left to be able to purchase it at that price. However, it's normally 20% off at the end of the year. It's an extra 5% if you can wait an extra bit of the year. And that's the best deal you'll ever get. A1 is my favorite streamer. I am banned. Are you banned on this channel? That dude fucking bans for like no real reason whatsoever. Again, his ego fucking cashes out so many times. You know how you don't get banned on this channel? Just don't go. There you go. Then it doesn't matter, right? Then it doesn't matter, guys. I never delete VODs, I just forget to post them up. Well, we do, again, with like our VOD system here. You'll see on Twitch. So if I go to the VOD area, so you can just see what I see, right? There's the two videos. They go and once they're released on YouTube tonight, then they get deleted, right? So you can watch it on Twitch, but then obviously if you go to !VOD, there, you can see everything. Any VOD that we have on Twitch goes back, and then you get to see all the work I put into thumbnails, which is a fucking crazy amount. But they're all time-stamped as well. And hopefully it matches and stuff. If anybody ever spots a mistake, let me know. But yeah, that goes back. We started this last year in April. Because I wanted it to be like where you guys could see every fucking VOD. Even the final 185 days in a row is marked on that one. What if suddenly CIG release another straight to flyable ship no one is waiting for? Well, you're probably going to get that in Invictus. So from what I've heard is possibly the Santa Kai has been released and a flight-ready ship. We do know that there is the Misk Fury in the system. We don't know what it is. I kind of hope it's another tank just from the movie Fury, which I've never seen, but I've seen some clips of it. Because I can't really think of what Misk would build, since they're like an industrials kind of company that would require them to call a ship called Fury. So maybe something fusion? I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, but a fighter from Misk? Look at the Reliant, for example. What a fucking pile of shit that is. But there's normally like a flight-ready ship at Invictus and IE, which is kind of cool. Dobran's already made a clip, Vinny. You don't need to make another clip for the Batman one. Dobran's done it, dude. I see it here. Again, if you don't title your videos, or your clips, they go disappearing. I have no problem of people capturing when I fucking take the piss of myself. I only ever delete a clip that is out of context, where I'm like saying, like, I'll show you a clip, right? Let me just fucking fly in a straight line. Look at this out of context clip. And you'll understand my, the thing, alright? Look at this one. Where is it here? Yeah. This is a prime example of out of context. I am a beautiful young woman from Brazil. I am a beautiful young woman from Brazil. You can see how that's kind of out of context, right? Because you don't know what I said before or afterward. That's just a prime example. Alright? So, but I know that that's an out of context clip, and we keep it. So Dobran has made this one. Does it look like I'm wearing hockey pads? And I'm completely fine of keeping that. You can post that all around the internet. I don't give a flying fuck. Alright? Where is the lie? Exactly. Oh, well, where was that in the Batman voice? Shit. Yeah, yeah. I had no idea you were from Brazil. I know. It's a mystery. I tried to keep my personal life secret, you know? Also, Sticks, thank you very much for the follow, dude. I sent a video on Discord. Dude, it better not be like your naked nonsense. My man. Let's have a look. Between you and I. Alright, let's go up. Let's have a look. At what time? 3:40. No, that's not. That's an Argo. Oh, you mean that? No, that's still the Argo. That's a Buccaneer, Drake ship. That's an Argo. The next ship. That's Drake engines. I mean, to be honest, it could be. That looks very Drake to me, though. But if that was the Drake Fury, or the Misk Fury, that'd be kind of cool. But again, this is Squadron 42 shit, dude. You know what I mean? Why would they be releasing... You got more chance of this fucked up Aurora ending up in the game. It'd be cool if it is true, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know, what do you say? A hot Brazilian girl that wears Batman fetish gear. He's slowly giving the way one clip at a time. Oh yeah, I'll let that allowed. Fetish is allowed. But no. I wouldn't actually mind being a hot Brazilian fucking girl. I would get so much simp money, it would be ridiculous. Imagine my PvP skills as a hot Brazilian woman. Fuck, I would have more viewers than Captain Burks. His hair wouldn't be able to handle my fucking Brazilian. Oh man, oh dear. Truth? Yeah, it is truth. Yeah, and I would be broke. I wonder who my fucking top simp would be. Oh man. Poor Captain Burks. He wouldn't be able to compete. Everyone be like, oh, you've got fantastic hair, but you don't have a Brazilian. Maybe he does have a Brazilian, who knows? You need a hot tub? Why do I need a hot tub? If I'm a hot Brazilian woman fucking smoking space dads in PvP and Star Citizen, I don't need to do shit. The money would just be rolling. It'd be absolutely rolling. All the space dads would be dicks fucking out for Harambe style. It's sad, but it's true, right? Brazilian booty bounce? Is that a real thing? You know I'm gonna fucking search that out when I finish off the stream. Yeah, not even memeing though. In the way the market is these days, like, it would be ridiculous. So if you are a very, very attractive Brazilian woman and you're good at PvP, start streaming, because I can guarantee you're gonna make some serious wonga. Alright? Some serious, serious money if you do. Just remember to send 5% to TheDarkLaw for the idea. Yeah, if you're a hot Brazilian woman with a beard as well, you're still gonna fucking make it. No problem, like. 5% does sound fair, yeah, for the idea. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get any more action on the server. And a range of bikinis? Pfft, that's easy. I've already got the bikinis. Time to hop. Nice, nice, nice. Well, are you leaving, Dobran? Alright, take care, dude. Fucking Vinny. What's this one? What have we got here? That's a good one, I like that, that's fine. You're welcome to post that on Twitter and tag Captain Burks. You might have a giggle at it. According to TheDarkLaw lore, he was a belly dancer in Brazil. I wouldn't mind that. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, going back to that Misk sort of video. If that is the Misk Fury, I'm cool with that. That looks kind of pretty cool. It looks like it's got like size 3s that are connected to the wingtips, so even if you lost the engines, maybe you'd still be able to fight, who knows. Again, I'm secretly hoping for like a little Bradley or something like that, a wee Sherman tank kind of situation, because I wouldn't mind a smaller version of the Nova, right? That's like 2-seater, pilot, gunner, maybe half the caliber, double the rate of fire kind of thing. It would be kind of dope, actually. So, yeah, you could have, like, the Mist Fury and a wee Sherman. Ooh, a bit of lag there. Do we have a lot of loot here? No, it's just a body. Alright, well, I guess it's swap server time. Maybe American time zone might be a bit better for us. We shall see. Yeah, let's try American server. Let me dock up. Yeah, I would agree with you on that, Cooper. It definitely needs a little bit more HP, but here's the kicker with it, right? CIG have no way of balancing the HP around the Nova firing at another Nova. So if they buff the HP to counter that, we end up with more Retaliators. So if you guys don't know, the Retaliator only has its HP because originally the Retaliator used to torp itself. True story. So what CIG did was made it where it could survive like 4 of its 6 torpedoes, and that's why we got the HP increased. But then CIG buffed torpedoes, but they never nerfed the HP on the Retaliator. So if they buff the HP on the tank to compensate from being able to be 1 or 2 shotted from another Nova, it means that anyone who finds a Nova tank is not going to be able to kill it. Because what's the alpha on a Nova? It's what, like 16k or 9k or something like that? That's a lot of damage for one fighter to chew through if it gets detected, so... I would prefer if CIG would just leave it for now and make a system where there was a resistance against another Nova, not fighters, for example. That would be a really cool way. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have the ability to determine the difference between ballistics. However, let me just mute the game. However, in the roadmap for Star Citizen, or under their area, they're talking about different rounds. Okay, so there's like, what, I can't remember the exact name, but it'd be like depleted uranium, incendiary rounds, or something like that. Again, go to the roadmap and you can find out the exact names. I can't remember what they are, but they're already talking about the idea of designing different rounds. So, if that happens, surely CIG are going to be adding in stats that change how certain weapons affect certain ships. Not just distortion, ballistic, and energy, right? Because there's other stuff that used to be in the files, if I remember, it was called Chaos or something like that. Pretty edgy name for certain things. Maybe it was going to be for like storms and stuff. So if they're making like depleted uranium and incendiary rounds, maybe CIG are going to eventually get it to where the tank shells won't harm other tanks as much as they do like on other land vehicles, right? Without affecting the ability for a fighter to do damage and stuff. So hopefully we'll see that. Actually, whilst I'm docking here, let's go and quickly check out the roadmap so I know exactly what the name is. Just not interchangeable, yeah. So again, there could be, obviously within the next 2 or 3 years, because that's always take that into account. Games, Star Citizen, tools, roadmap. I don't know off by heart what team it is. Is there a way to search rounds? Ammo? Deliverables? Ammo? Maybe year? Ammo? Bullets. Bullet. Mag stripping refill. What the fuck is it called? Is it Inferno? Ammunition? Yeah, but oh, wait. Here we go. Nice. So here we go. Disarray ammunition that emits EMP pulse, helping it to not only damage the target but also disrupt power systems. Flak ammo or ammunition. The new damage type triggers on proxy. Now again, it's not really anything here. Incinerate. So incinerate would be probably the one that burns on impact. Well, then they could just call it the plasma, because there is plasma in the game. Or they're meant to add plasma in, because technically, Vandal weapons are meant to burn and do dot damage, but they don't right now. So with Incinerate, they could start calling it the plasma, basically. You know? Yeah. So again, you've got the plasma one down here. So Incinerate and plasma are different. Further work on this damage type will cause damage over time to actors. Ooh. Vehicles and ships? To catch fire, right. Further damage in close proximity to it will further an original varnish we have the plasma weapon that we already have in the game. Yeah, because if you don't know, plasma is on the Vandal weapons, but it doesn't do actual any burning damage. So you can see here that they've got stuff coming up in June this year for ammos, right? Again, it doesn't really say, you know, when that will be released. It's just people that are working on it. 1 team, 3 teams, 2 teams, blah, 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 right? But it's kind of cool that we're already getting to, like, possible different rounds. My only worry is that, again, this stuff doesn't allow them to do different stats. And I got a fucking splinter here. Holy shit. A deep one as well. Don't look, children. Daddy's cutting. 2-6. Oh, you are a little shit. It's so fine as well. But it's deep. There we go. Look at that little shitter. I don't know if it'll pop up here. No. No, you're not going to be able to see it. It is fucking tiny, but that motherfucker was deep. Ugh. Splinter from your joystick? No, I was doing some woodwork this morning, Mordor's, and I thought I got away with, like, the wood was quite fragile, and I thought I got away with it, and it wasn't until I just touched something just now did I feel the pain. I got it out though, all good. There we go. I fucking hate, like, have you ever, metal splinters? Metal splinters are the worst, right? Especially if they get really deep and they start touching the blood. Because obviously this was deep, but there's no blood. I hate those motherfuckers, like, because then you've got to cut around it and then make nice slide so you can slide it out without getting poisoning. There was once my son, when he was quite young, Unlimited, got a really nasty splinter. And I had to ramble the shit out of it. Like, it was really, really bad. So I had to literally cut his hand open. Obviously, I'm pretty good with a knife. And then pull it apart and then basically use pliers to pull it out because it was so fucking deep. But again, if you do a cut nicely, it heals fast. And you don't scar. I'm like a surgeon with a knife. Where was I going with it anyway? Yeah, so the different ammo. I think this is a really cool thing. I'm just worried that CIG don't add in the ability for ship. You know what I mean? Like they'll go, oh, you're resistant to plasma or something like that. I want it where they need to change the cannon on the. Is it called the Saber? No, it's not the Saber. It's called the Slayer. They need to change the damage on the Slayer to a different thing that isn't classed as ballistic, right? And that way the tanks can be then reinforced against that gunfire, but it doesn't get any more powerful against like incinerate and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to get to. CIG need to change what the Slayer fires and make it where it's like precision round, and then other tanks can be resisted towards precision rounds, not ballistics like it is just now. Because that's why you can't increase the HP of a Nova, because you'll just have another retaliator nonsense. And yeah, I just don't want another game of we have huge HPs. Like the Terrapin, for example, has ridiculous amount of HP because it's such a worthless ship right now that CIG were like, right, let's give it two medium shields, but also give it a fuck ton of HP because we can't be bothered to come up with an armor stat. It's a bit boring, really. What is it, little Nixus? Are you smelling food? You are, like, seriously, this dog has an unlimited stomach. You just keep eating and eating, little Nixus. Hmm? I don't make enough money to give you bags and bags of food. I'm gonna come here. Yeah. We're gonna show. You're gonna work for your money, you big white floofy pup. You tell everyone that they need to drop more bits because I need more food. Or go to my throne site, !throne, and buy me a bag of food because daddy restricts my eating because I'm a bottomless pit. And I'm only 8 months old. Aren't you? You will eat and eat and eat. This dog just eats and eats, by the way. He never gets unhungry. You're beautiful, though. Go, kiss. Where's your boy? Want to chew? You want to chew? Want to chew? You tell everyone. You want to choose? You want one? Well, we get one. He's quite happy, actually, to sit here. He's fucking heavy, though. I don't actually know his weight, but I would imagine he's like 20 kilograms maybe now. But he's just chilling. Fucking setting up shop, chat. Not even flinching to run away. Do you want to go down? No? You got anything to say? I don't. Hungry? It's funny that you only know these words, eh? Who's your boy? Let's get you a Jew then. Right. Hold still. Oh. My god, I'm covered in fluff. Right. Let me quickly go and get my chew, chat. Be back in a sec. Yeah, I can't find Novi. Don't know where Novi's gone. Fluffy cam? Yeah. Nom 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 nom. Lovely looking animal. He's awesome, yeah. He is very, very soft mentality where he flinches at everything. And I mean everything. And he gets, like, his concentration is actually very bad for the type of breed of animal he is. Hopefully he'll grow out of it. But, like, literally, if there was food on a road, he would run out in the road and get hit by cars. That's how bad it is. This is the music a hot woman from Brazil would play, so it must be true. How you doing today, Fresh? Welding, I hated that job. The splinters are brutal. Oh, with metalwork? Yeah. Yeah, I've got pretty clean. Oh, hi! Did you hear that he got you? Is that what it is? Are you going to come in here as well, Novi? You don't ever get to... No, Nix. You've just had one. Novi, up. No, you don't need to paw. This is Nova, the old boy. It's above you. Are you going to say hello to everyone? No, you've had one, Nix. Nova's off. He's just off. Don't you dare, Nick, steal that from him. He's an old man. That's it. Good boys. Good boys. No trying to steal food, Nexus. Alright, Dora. Take care, dude. Kill more space dad? Well, hopefully we will. It's quiet today. More dogs! They have stolen the show? They always do. Nova doesn't come in that often these days, because we have Nix where he can only be in the studio. Because, again, he's a wee young pup, and Nova likes to have his own time. But obviously, because there's been snacks, Novi wants in. Oh yeah, of course, Razor. Hey, bud. You can see him there. Hey. Did he not share Nexus? Is that it? What's up, eh? Nix is like, I want some more sweets. But yeah, that's really pretty much chill when you guys don't see them. Hopefully what we want to do is like turn the studio around where the PC will go the opposite way, and this is when I'm going to get rid of the green screen. And I actually want to, I like the idea of Captain Burks. He's got like a sofa where his dog go on there. Now, if anybody remembers my first streaming, I used to have a small, like I had a really small room when I first started streaming, and we had a sofa where the dogs could jump up onto. And I kind of like to bring that back. So if we're getting rid of the green screen, I would like it where the dogs can come and sit up and sit behind me on the stream and stuff like that. Oi, oi, oi! Don't you fuck around with him. Nova might be nice to you, but if you piss him off, he's gonna absolutely fucking slaughter you. Good boy, Nova. You deal with that nasty little hobbit pup. Yeah, it is. Roadrunner. Because I want to get out of doing the green screen. I've been doing it, like, obviously in December marks 5 years as a content creator, and I'm just a little bit tired of the bright lights. So we're gonna do, like, smaller camera here, basically. And then just put some stuff in the background. I've got really good ideas for it, because if you've seen Detox has recently redone his stuff, Can we actually, if I've got any moderators, can I get a shout out for Detox? Not underscore TV just now, it's just Detox. He's recently done his room. Sorry, I got hiccups, guys. And I really, really like the way it looks. Obviously, I'm not going to go to the extreme because I don't really have, like, things I want to put in the background. I just want to I want to get out of the green. So we're going to be painting the room. I'm going to do some trickery with some curtains, but then I want it where, like, there's a much bigger area. So if you see here, for example, I'm going to put this desk up against that wall, and then you've got that huge back room area where the dogs can move around in, and then have the curtain system go all the way across, and it just basically creates like a little booth, sound booth kind of thing, and they will have their own like chairs and stuff like that, and I think it'll just be a much easier than green screen bullshit. Must be his equivalent of the band phone. It is, yeah. Alright, we're on 90, let's swap. But yeah, we definitely need more bringing in, because right now, I think there he is. So that's Nixus over there. So he's literally just on the opposite side of the PC where you can't see. I've got the cameras in the room basically just cover the angles if they actually move around in. So that's his crate, that's his bed. And again, the only time that door actually closes is if, like, for example, I'm going into the shower. Or I need to answer some business and the dogs don't mess around and stuff like that. But most of the time it's just open door for him. He likes to sit at the door there. Nova's still down here just chilling. But then Nova can go around the curtain and get into the bed and stuff, so. But yeah, he's coming up for 8 months in 10 days, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Let's go to Asia again to clear it. But I would like to do more. We do plan, like, I keep saying this, but I think next year we'll probably try and do a FundMe for one of these new GoPros that can connect to Twitch at the same time. So I could literally run the stream and then put a camera, like I could have a handle camera, chat, a backpack, and then have a camera on each of the dogs, and then just basically go out and go for like a walk in the area, which has 4G, and do streams like that. But I would need to get these cameras and stuff like that. I need to speak to Sai about it to see what she actually has for when she does her camera stuff. If not, just have one camera and maybe like... Because Senelaya got us the harness for Nova for doing the video stuff. Like, you can put a GoPro to it. But I don't have a GoPro that can connect to the stream at the same time. It can only do like 4K recording. You should look at dude, it's so expensive, man. That's the same server shit. It's so expensive, dude. I would love to have a, like, no joke, I could sit here, guys, put a drone out in the air, connected to the internet, right? So basically hook up you basically get a box that goes on the desk, connects to the PC. I would have the MPV, and you would also see what the drone is seeing through, because again, you would have the camera connected to the internet. So not only would you be able to see through my eyes, but you would also get to see through the drone. I could just literally launch out the window and show you the Highlands of Scotland. And Loch Ness and stuff like that. It would be so good. And try and get on Tumbarina's server. I think he's probably playing with Cutlass just to see what server they're on. Oh, they're still on 430. Yeah, but it's like $1,000 to set it up unlimited. I would love to be able to say I make a lot of money from being a content creator. I pay the bills. I can pay the bills, and my life is all about the dogs and walking and hiking and stuff like that. So I have very low costs. I don't own a car. I don't drink alcohol pretty much at all. But I am in no situation where I could be like, I could buy a drone or go to CitizenCon without the stream's help. It's the same with this, right? I really want to get off using a headset. I've got the pips here that are the same ones that Verx uses and recommend, but I hate cables. So this device allows me to basically plug the headset in and be wireless, and it connects to the speaker and stuff like that. There's no way I can just fucking willy-nilly buy that kind of stuff. So again, this is why we have these sort of goals up on the stream. Because the money is not good as a content creator. It's comfortable. It pays the bills, it gets the job done. But it does not allow you to buy anything like that. Anything that you have left over goes towards like savings. Thank you for the Prime, dude. Appreciate that, Marco. Can we get some vibes in chat, please? Thank you so much for the Prime. That's very generous of you. I hope we can. Hope we can help you get that at some point. Again, I'm not in the position in my life where I want to be like, yo, guys, do you want to get me a drone? I think I feel that's just like, I like to work for my money, unlimited, right? The only things I ever put down are like upgrades for the stream to like help out the stream quality and stuff, like it was with the what's it called, the Rode Podcaster and stuff like that. But I feel really dirty being like, yo guys, can I get a drone please? You know what I'm saying? If I was able to guarantee like drone the cameras that can connect to the internet, then I can give you content around that. But it's so expensive for me to be like, I have no idea about drones, I have no idea about doing outside streaming. What the fuck? Is it just the server fucking up? Ooh. Okay, let's try something else. I just don't want to go into that situation where it's like, it's going to be like £1,500 to set up. And it would be amazing to show you guys. Like, I would love to take you on hikes, drones, 4K recording, edit it, give you like 30 minutes of like panpipe Scottish music, bagpipes if you prefer, kind of content. But I also don't want to be like, yo, can we put that up? Because £1,500 would help more in other areas like food and stuff like that, you know? Like, I've had to cancel my plans of going to CitizenCon because it's just too expensive for me to go. Far too expensive. So, yeah, I would love a drone. I would love to be able to do that for you guys, but it's not gonna happen, sadly. Why does the clock go weird like that? Always in the final hour, it sort of shrinks down a bit. And then it sort of extends. Is it just a weird position? I really wish that this timer centered. I wonder if I actually... 2 secs. If this is set to the right... Oh, it is aligned to the right. What happens if it was aligned center? Ooh, I think I've killed the clock. Alright, give me a second. I think I've killed the clock. You could have bought a DJI Mini Pro free instead of the 4080. Thinking about buying a drone too. Yeah, but the 4080 helps with a lot more things than the drone does. Plus, the drone was my 40th birthday present, which was meant to be taking Luna and Nova away on holiday. So, if Luna had been alive, I would have still had I wouldn't have had a 4080. Let me just set this, guys. So 0, 0, 1, 20. Let's just set it like that. 2 seconds. How can I set this to where it stays? Let me start it. I don't think it does it itself. Yeah, just why does it go small there? That's really weird. Give me a sec. I'm just playing around with things. Let's do like 005 or however we have it. No, it's like, yeah, see, look, why does it do? Because it's meant to stay like that. So 0020. Not sure why it's doing it. Yeah, whatever. I'll figure it out one day. See, again, look how much space disappears. It's almost like it shrinks the text somehow. Is it because some numbers are smaller than the others, so it's squishing them? That's what it feels like, right? Because there's a huge gap that shrinks. And I've never noticed it. Like it's a massive gap. Hmm. To 1 second, right? Ah, yeah, you're right. Look at that. Look at that fucking shrink. Yeah, look at that. Holy shit. It's shrinking the text under certain. That's super weird. I wonder if that's because of the text or if it's actually the program. Hmm. Yeah, because here. How can I sort that? That's their program. I'm looking at their files just now. No, I got no information on it. Still free Team 1? Yeah. Still free Team 1. I wonder if I do like none there. I'm trying to see if it's like settings in OBS that's maybe fucked it. Let me just do this. Actually, what is the time? Yeah, you know what? I'll probably actually just leave it for today, guys. There's not much happening in the game anyway. And this is bothering me, so I'll probably go and fix it. I'll probably go and fix it instead. Yeah, Free 18 2 is on P2. Hopefully we'll get it this week. I hope. Because he would love it, yeah. Right. Anyway, boys. Call it there, we'll pick it up. Again, hopefully... I keep saying this, but hopefully traffic picks up in the game when Free 18 2 goes live. Until then, I just don't think we're going to go anywhere with it. But I do appreciate all the love today, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, the chat's been fun. I love these sort of topics. Online's on. I'm going to send you over to online, guys. Online is online. Let's do... Yeah, I'll send you to online, guys. Go and check out online's channel. Enjoy it. Thank you for all the love as well. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, with some more things. I'm going to try and fiddle around with this clock. Or we just get rid of it. I might just get rid of it and leave it for... this. Look at this. He already knows we're going, right? Crazy shit. You're a little monkey. You are. But yeah, I'll try and sort it out. If not, I'll get rid of it for the time being. Roadrunner, take care. Mongofish, thank you again for being here. Quint, appreciate ya. Lord called you as well. Take care, guys. And as always, thank you very much for the support. I do appreciate it. Get your fluffy butt out of the way and enjoy your online stream, guys. Appreciate ya. Have a good evening. Thank you, dudes.